So, Khalid.
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you.
Yes. What's the name of the show? You gotta start it. You gotta start it.
Nah, man.
All right. It's just I see because it's natural. Because it's natural. I see the vision. Okay.
That's exactly what I want the field to be like. It's exactly that.
I can see that.
I want everything to be on.
Just us guys.
Yeah.
Just us guys.
Just hanging out. I was interested in what you were doing because you were in your studio.
Yeah.
So how does that start?
Well, first let's start. Pass me the bamboo. Shout out to Barbados. Here we go. All right, boom. I pour a little razzle dazzle. There you go. All right. So how we got here? Years ago, I'm in real estate. I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
And it's not. Yo, go ahead. Yeah, get you some.
You're on the Miami board too?
I'm on the Miami board, yeah. YPN, I'm a governor, the Young
Nice.
Professionals Network. It's my first year.
Nice.
I just got renewed for a second year.
Well, thank you. I'm a realtor as well. So
Welcome. I'm glad you're with the Miami board.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you on board. But long story short, as you know, real estate is very spotty, know? So I'm not this huge top producer, multi-million-dollar agent. I'm good at it. All my clients are happy. They come back. They give me raving reviews, but I haven't figured out how to master closing 20 people in 1 month, So early in my career, I'd have great months and I'd have months where I'm like, oh my God, it's all over.
How long have you been in real estate?
Since 2014. I don't know what that boils down into. Maybe 9 years?
9 years ago.
9? Yeah. So
that's a long time ago still though.
Yeah.
I'm 2017 I started.
2017, okay.
Yeah.
I learned that the license number is are sequential.
Yep.
Like you can always tell who's been in the business longer based on the license numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a 1 out there or how it worked, but
Well, in Quebec we have letters. So I'm J.
You're from Quebec?
Yep. I'm from Montreal. Yeah.
That's in Canada.
Of course.
Toronto is the largest association of realtors.
Yeah.
We're the second largest.
I know.
So you have the perfect merger network going on there.
Yeah.
Do you travel to Canada often or?
Yeah. So I still have some property over there. I still do business over there, real estate wise. I sell commercial real estate. I'm specialized in land development.
Nice.
So that's basically what I do, and my family is all in Quebec still.
I'm learning commercial. I'm working on getting my commercial certificate. They just came out with one. So
Okay.
I actually just took the course on land development, on density and all of that. So we'll talk more about that later.
Well, this is wild. There's a lot of things to consider, but yeah, it's fun.
From what I understand, I've never been to Canada, but I understand when Miami realtors go to Canada to talk Miami real estate, our prices compared to what you would get similarly there is cheaper.
Well, yeah, because the U.S. dollar is more valuable than the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar is about 65 cents of a U.S. dollar.
Okay.
So it means that when U.S. go to Canada, they have way more purchasing power.
Oh, so I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay.
So your dollar goes further in Canada than it does here. But then for us, it's the contrary, right? So like, let's say we have $1,000 and we come here, we change it in the U.S. Well, we're gonna have probably in between 600 and 650, depending on the exchange rate. It used to be par for a while. It used to be par, but then now it got the Canadian dollar is basically it's basically monopoly money.
Okay. So when it comes to like your international deals with a person from one country going to another, are you seeing more people from America going to Canada or more people from Canada investing in America?
Canadians come here more, yeah, I think.
Okay.
It's just because it's a better market.
I get it. Okay, but back to how we got here. So in that real estate being kind of spotty on and off, I'd have good months and bad months. And there was a point where I had a bunch of bad months back to back. I'm like, this is not normal. Like, oh my gosh, it's all over. What am I going to do? So I tried applying for jobs, didn't work. No one called me. I'm like, do you know who I am? You have to see my resume, So I had to figure it out. So I was a YouTuber and I did that just to try to get real estate business. And I tried to stay consistent, but you can't consistently record at home like that. Because my wife's home, I got company coming over, my dogs are going off. If it's past 6:30, it's too late. I miss my light, So I just built this out to make myself consistent. And then
on YouTube, you're
on YouTube.
Okay,
yeah. So and then
how do you do that?
What?
Well, like you were doing a show on YouTube, or
no? I just I have a channel where I teach people how to get into real estate.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like content is the new resume now.
Yeah.
So because to do like direct mail marketing and marketing campaigns, you need a set amount of income set to the side to be able to keep that going. You can't just market for 1 month and stop.
No,
So
it has to be pounded because at the end of the day, it's all about the number of time that someone sees you or the product or everything that you're selling. It takes a while to be familiar with it.
Yes,
because most of people are never going to buy on the first time.
Right.
I think it takes nine hit or whatever.
That's true.
Before someone is comfortable with the decision to purchase.
Yeah.
So like 9 times is so many times.
That's 9 months almost.
It's 9
if you're
months.
doing it
If
monthly.
you do once a month, maybe it's once a month, and then maybe you didn't see it for a few months because it was directly in the mail, in the pack, and you just threw it away because that's what people do with mail.
Right.
They threw it away.
Right.
So like you have to continue, but then you have to build, like your awareness in the area. So that's why you cannot do everywhere.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so when I first tried a marketing campaign, I'm just sending out flyers to everybody. If no one called me from this batch, let's do another batch. I'm going to switch it up, but I learned that you have to hit the same group of people every single time, and that's why they call it a farm area. So you're supposed to start with a small group, and then you occasionally expand that group as it starts to develop. So when you start doing business in small groups, it's time to make it bigger. But and how it works is they start to get familiar with your face. They're like, oh, you're the guy, you're the realtor, I know you. Exactly. And then when they think real estate, they're like, I know this realtor, I'm gonna hit the guy that's always calling me. And furthermore, I learned at the late in the game when I'm just about to say screw this, I need to do something else, I'm realizing, oh, so you have to do one thing, then follow it up with a tier higher. So you start out with just you send them a postcard, you send them a letter, then you send them something of value, some information on the market. Then I learned some people actually will go door knock on their doors or send them a call them or something like that.
That's actually, if you want to get listings, it sucks to do that.
Yeah, but
I don't do that because I don't like to do it.
Me neither.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I just don't like to do it.
And that's why I took the YouTube.
The only time I did door to door, I did it for 2 weeks, and I got out of that I got one listing for like $1.3 million or $1.4 million.
Okay, that's worth it.
That's worth it. Within a month of having done the door-to-door. Mm-hmm. And I got another listing 6 months later because I followed up with that guy for 1.5.
Yeah.
I sold both house, and that was for 2 weeks of door-to-door in the area that I wanted to farm.
You just pick. Yeah.
So it works.
Yeah.
The job is shit, but it works.
Yeah. That's the reason not everyone's getting listings. That's the reason it's not for everyone, because you really have to do what other people are not willing to do.
At the beginning, when people don't know you,
that's what
you have to do. Oh.
It's 4K. It's 4K. I don't know if that was a camera. But yeah, so that's ultimately what I kind of realized. Just I need something that I can stay consistent with. What can I realistically do all 12 months of the year and keep it going? I can make a video. That's, once I bought the equipment, once I know how to do it, it's free. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would tell me, oh, just drop weekly, monthly.
But and then how is that going, like the YouTube? Are you still doing the YouTube or no?
Yeah, to this day. Okay. To this day. It's just I'm not thinking about it. So that's really my trick. Do a bad job until you can do a good job. So I just put out whatever comes to mind. And whenever I feel like recording, I have to record. Because you never know when you're going to have that motivation. If you're not motivated to record, you're not going to do it.
I see. I think I see what you mean. I kind of do the same thing with jokes that I'm writing.
Yeah. You're a comedian?
Well, I've been
aspiring.
I've been thinking about that for a while.
I like it. Yeah.
And actually, the other day when we taped the episode 1, I was supposed to go to an open mic that night. Okay. And I was supposed to go to an open mic tonight as well.
Okay. This mic's open. Here we go. Here go a mic right here.
No better time to test the material.
No better time to test the material.
Well, that's true. That's what I did the other time. The story I wanted to tell. I told Tyler on after the show in the parking lot.
Tyler's the inspector.
Tyler was the inspector.
Yeah. Okay. Nice guy.
Great dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So then are you living with YouTube or are you still doing real estate?
I'm still doing real estate. It's just it's all kind of full circle.
Walk us through your business.
It's one big net.
Please, because I'm lost a little bit.
Me too. So my personal YouTube channel is Khalid Explains It All. I just explain things.
Okay.
So anything real estate, whether it be towards agents or towards consumers.
Right.
It's just, if it's something that I can explain, I'm just gonna explain it, because that's YouTube. YouTube is a search engine, so you're just putting out searchable content.
It does such a great job at doing this. Yeah, it's wild. So it's wild. You can find tutorial videos for everything.
So when I was new in real estate, I was at a very small brokerage. I've never been to a large brokerage. I'm trying to build the large brokerage, So anything I want to do, I got to figure it out. So I'm going on YouTube, and I cannot find anything I want to do. Like, you have to go to your broker. So I'm like, why is that? It's not illegal to, have this information on there. It's just because people want to charge you. Like, they want to start their little real estate course or come to. So I'm like, screw this. Let me just put this information out there. So when anyone wants to know how to do a Section 8 deal, it's me. You're going to see my video.
Yeah.
And in that, it opened the door for me to teach the course on Section 8 with Miami Realtors. And it had among the top numbers amongst classes that they've done. And they want me to do it again next year.
Can you explain what's Section 8?
Sure. So Section 8 is a government-funded program, and it's basically to combat homelessness. And it's not so much homelessness because people aren't working. It's because rents are so high, the average person can't afford it. A majority of the people you're seeing here that are affording our rent prices and our home prices, they're moving in from out of the state.
Yeah.
So the people that have been here, they're like, their income is fixed at sometimes. So they could have afforded rent when it was like $1,400, but now the same property you want $2,500, they can't do it.
You can't do it. So they have to move. They have to move out. They have to go a little bit further.
And there's nowhere for them to go.
And there's nowhere further. Exactly.
Right.
There's nothing. There's the Everglades.
Right. So the government is going to look at your income, and if it's not to say like if it's low enough, but if it's within their range, they're willing to pay 60% of your rent. They want it to be around 30% of your income.
Yeah.
Just so you can afford to live and keep it clean and have your life.
They're willing to. If you want to help people, this is kind of the thing you do when you have nothing else to do, because the reason why rent is so expensive is because the demand is higher than the supply, right? So
100%, yeah.
so then even though we built I think it's like 75,000 units last year or something like that, which is more than it was from since 1970 or 74 or something.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of apartments that are empty now, though. It takes longer to absorb with the new construction. And so the problem that we created, because we didn't build enough houses, then we're trying to fix by building like luxury rentals.
Yeah,
that works because it's going to take people that can afford the luxury rentals out of the lower income rentals, which is great.
Yeah.
But then we're still probably, we're still probably behind on the problem, and people are because there's so many people coming in from outside of the state, bringing all the and it's not the least rich people that move out. You have to have the resources to move away.
Yeah. Right. And another big factor in it, this is all speculation, my assumption, but when Airbnb rolled out and it showed people that you could get triple the amount of rent, a lot of those properties that were in those lower income neighborhoods, because they were say $1,100, $1,400, you're telling me you could put it on a short-term rental and we'll give you $25 a month. It took away a lot of opportunities. And then all these properties are getting overdeveloped, so now they're super luxurious, they're super nice, so they don't even fit you don't even want to rent it annually anymore. It's a vacation rental now, so that also chopped out a big chunk of the market.
That's true. But then what the government is doing is kind of nice. So they're going to it's a subsidy, but it's directly towards having the place of living. And they're going to they can even subsidize the down payment.
Yeah. Hometown Heroes, that was originally for just like police officers, firemen, stuff like that. They opened it up to everybody.
Yeah.
You just got to prove that you work full time.
The problem with that though, because I was seeing it and I was seeing a big problem with that.
The programs, yeah.
Well, the last time we subsidized, we had people having mortgages with zero down payment.
Yeah.
It was in 2006, 2007. And then we all know what happened after that, right?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of.
So maybe if you think about it a little bit, maybe it's not the best solution. It's nice that you have you try to help those people, like having somewhere to live and acquiring properties, but you have to be careful when you do that, because the last time we did, It created the ninja loan. It created so those loans that were basically average, like flat, like not it's not
like
a fixed rate.
Like an adjustable
rate.
Yeah.
So and then they could loan you up to 110% of the home value.
Yeah.
Adjustable rate, no cap on the interest.
Yeah.
And then and no proof of income.
Yeah. So
and you know, like so you would literally buy a home for $500,000. You're getting a $550,000 loan. You don't have to show any proof of income.
It's just here.
You don't have to show any. You don't have to have a job. You don't have to have the down payment. 110% of the value, and then you have the payment. Right. It's fine if you have the payment at let's say $1,500 a month. But then if your payment goes up to $3,000, $4,000, because the interest is up 2-3%. Well, then, you know, like maybe you don't have the money to carry that, and then you can't do shit with the house because it's worth less than what you owe on it.
Yeah, I feel like it's all kind of ran by the interest rate market because interest rates are so high, or at least they were at the peak of this market. I think they're down now. They're peaking towards like the 8s going to 7s again. But when it was up in the 9s, the banks were like, well, what do we do? No one's taking these expensive ass loans. You can't get the home prices down because the Florida market is the Florida market. People coming in from this state, this country is looking at our price like that's it. And they got cash. They're not worried about the 9% interest rate. So the people here that saved and they spent the last 5 years saving, and when they were saving, rates were around 2 to 4%. Now it's at 9. The banks they got to figure something out. Like that's how the banks are making money. So they got to figure out a way to get you in this loan, even if they got to just give it to you.
So there is this argument saying that right now it's less bad than when the rates were prior at 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 18, even 18%, even 20% for mortgages at some point.
Yeah.
I remember my dad told me my dad's 63, so he told me when the first house he bought, the mortgage was 18.5% in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me this is wild. He had a checking account at 14%.
Like that's the interest they gave him?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Super high yield savings.
Wow.
A checking account.
Not even a savings.
No.
Not a
it was the regular account, bro. 14%.
How did he do it?
Well, I don't know. But
okay.
that's why having high interest is not always super bad, because then if you have money, it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, you can refinance.
You're making more.
Yeah, if the rates fix themselves, you can just refinance.
But the problem with what we have now, I think what we have now is way worse than when it was 15-18% back then. Because back then, the house that you were gonna buy was $50,000.
That's true. Yeah.
Your salary was $18,000 a year, $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's 3 times, 4 times the salary. Right now, people are making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. The house they're trying to buy is
like $550.
$550. Yeah. How much does it cost to have a decent 3-bedroom home, 2-bath
$550
in Miami? If you're lucky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you're lucky, because you're not gonna get anything. You're not gonna get anything near downtown.
No.
You're not gonna get anything in South Beach.
No, you used to could. You used to be able to, but
not now.
Yeah,
not now.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go west.
Yeah,
even up that doesn't work. You're gonna have to go up a while.
The scary part is, I personally speculation, but I personally do not see a time where a single family house in Miami is gonna be $250 again.
It's not.
I don't see
it's
it.
Not
the
going,
interest rates can drop.
Well,
but I don't see the prices.
The reason why I think right now it's so bad, it's because it was a mistake to decouple the dollar from the gold in 71.
Yeah,
it was a mistake, and I think we're about to be at the end of what we can do with the dollar. Because the values are fucked up. Because now we have the reality in our face that we need to there's too much inflation. right? So we need to reduce that. The only method to reduce inflation is to get rid of some money in the system, right? It's to take out money in the system. How do you create money in the system? You create loans. That's how you create money. You create debt. Then the people pay it back. Then that's how money is created, right? So how the central bank create money is they basically put they create a debt to the country.
I see.
And then the country now have, let's say, $100 billion more.
Who do they owe it to?
They owe it to investors, because what the central bank does with that debt is they sell the debt to private investors.
That is crazy to think about, that there are individuals that the country owes money to.
Well, it could be private, it could be other countries, it could be hedge funds, it could be whatever.
There's still somebody out there.
Yeah,
that says America owe me some money.
The debt is the bond, the U.S. bond, the U.S. bond system. That's the debt.
I try to figure out ways to like get people to owe me money.
Unless I'm talking way out of my ass.
I mean, that's how I make sure. Like I feel like that's entrepreneurship. Figure out how to get people to owe you money.
Well, yeah, that's true. But then the problem that we have now is basically that the money is so inflated that to be able to reduce the inflation, we have to go to interest rates that are higher, and now it's becoming very painful. And then, you know, like it didn't used to be that way. So we were talking about
national debt, interest,
yeah, and why I think right now is worse than when we had interest rate in the, you know, like even near 20%. Because if you think about it, interest rate in history have always been hovering in between 5 to 10%, like for 5,000 years.
Yeah, when I first started, it was like 4-ish, 5-ish, yeah.
But that's how long we have a historical data on interest rate, and then that they've always been hovering there, and you know, below 5% is crazy. Like you cannot have like low interest rate all the time, because what it does is it creates too much inflation, because people are going to borrow, because it doesn't cost anything to borrow. And then that's the reason why we need more. We need the interest rate, and probably we're going to need it a little bit longer. But the problem with that is because the money is so inflated that it's so painful right now that everything might collapse because of this.
And another factor is not only is interest higher, but construction costs are higher. I heard lumber, concrete, all costs double. So if it costs double to build it, plus costs double to finance it.
That's why prices are not going to go down.
Right. So what I'm understanding is you have to be able to build a very large project for a new construction to make sense. It's not worth it for the developers to build these little, you know, buildings anymore. They got to be able to do like skyscrapers.
And the problem with that is because it takes more to build, it costs more, which means it's impossible for the developers or for the owner to charge less than a certain amount, because they need to pay back the loan, they need to pay back the cost, they need to make a little bit of money, because at the end of the day they're not going to make money. They're not going to do it if they're not going to make money in the day. Right. You wouldn't go to work if it was for free.
It costs them money to build a small project in certain places. So they're just waiting. There's a lot of developers like, I wish I could build something.
The cost is weird, and then now but then the problem is really like the money is too inflated, and then we're probably at the end of the cycle. I don't know what's going to happen after, but I don't see how. It's not going to, because let's say you lower interest rate. Yeah. You're like, nah, we hear you, it's crazy. What happened then? Then it gets right back to the frenzy of 2020, 2021, because we're still missing that fucking supply. Yeah. It goes right back.
Demand is high, interest is high, the supply is very low.
It goes right back.
Yeah, and you can't build. So what we're doing to fix this in my commercial courses is they're allowing the rezoning of various areas. So where you may find a bunch of single family homes or duplexes or fourplexes, they're now allowing you to build, say, 6 units, 8 units, 30 units, you know? Yeah. So that's how they're trying to combat it. So if you know, like, there's some areas that had to have very large lots, but now they're allowing these little tiny micro lots. So,
but do you see do you see the switch in what you said? Like, because you said now they're allowing people to build this and that on their land.
On their land, yeah.
So therefore, the what you're saying is the problem with the lack of supply is government regulation, most likely.
I feel like it's also awareness.
Well, yeah, for sure. But then if we're missing supply and we can do those things because the job of the government, we need to remember is to dictate the rules of the game. It's not the play.
No.
It's the ref.
Yeah.
It shouldn't play at all. Like nothing. It should just set the rules, make sure that the rules are followed, and that is it. Because when they do play, they don't have the incentive to win because they're not part of the game.
Yeah.
They're the ref. Can you imagine, like, if you were playing a sports and the ref was, like you're playing soccer and the ref is like trying to steal the balls from you?
Yeah, like what the hell's going on here?
That'd be it'd be weird.
Yeah, it would.
That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's what the government is doing to the private sector, to the people that are living in the country.
Yeah.
That's why it's so weird. So like, get out of the way, like, and most likely the market follows better the demand if it's a little bit more free. Like ideally you're like the developer would be like, there's a lot of people without home. And then the problem is the cost. So like, let's just build home that they can afford. They would love to do that.
Yeah.
Because they could make money out of it.
Yeah.
Right? So, but then we need to do all of these studies. We have all of these regulation on new development. We have all of these shackles that are basically withdrawing the demand. Oh, you can't go that fast, or you don't want to go there. Mm-hmm. And people are just like, well, I'd like to live here, and I'd like to be able to pay rent and have a little bit of money left over.
What's happening, in my opinion, is they're trying to make South Florida a rental land. Yeah. So if you want to live here, you gotta rent.
Yeah.
Because the people that can afford to own it, like, okay, so here's how it's going. The price to purchase it, it's way up here, but the mortgage is here. But the price to rent it is like way up here because it's like, I challenge you to try to buy one because you're gonna have to pay a 9% interest rate plus pay this $550,000. So it's just like it's like, how do you, as you're getting raises in your income, so is the rental price. Yeah. Everything's raising together, so you can only afford to stay as a renter.
Yeah. The thing though that we're seeing now is it take a little bit more time to rent newer unit. The absorption is a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So we might see some cooling down in the rental market in the next future, because we increased a lot production of new units in the last few years.
Yeah.
And so that might be some opportunity over there to rent something. But then you have to think that the rent is always going to follow what it costs to own the place, right? So technically the rent should be a little bit cheaper than when it costs to own the place.
It also follows median incomes in the area.
Yeah.
Like, they're watching that.
Of course.
The serious top landlords, I check demographics when I'm working with a client. So they're looking at, okay, the average rent is this, the average income in this area is this, so we're gonna charge the rent around here. So
of course it always goes with income, the rent in a place.
And a lot of these new condo, new townhouse, all these new communities, they're very landlord friendly. Back in the day, all the associations, you cannot rent here. No rentals first year own. No rentals at all. But now it's like you can do a short-term rental. We have a rental program. We'll rent it out for you and give you a cut. So everything is just, they're trying to really hammer down on Florida is a great investment. Are you an investor? Move to Florida. We got all these investments for you. They're trying to get the people that can't really afford the new Florida out, and the people that got it, come on down. Let's make this the best city. I feel like they're trying to make Florida look like Vegas in a couple of years. I see the big buildings.
Like Vegas,
that's
really?
wild. I haven't heard that.
Just the strip. Vegas, LA, New York. Imagine that.
Like something. It's definitely right now compared to New York and LA.
Look at Hard Rock. The Hard Rock Hotel, that big guitar building. That's just the first. their challenge. That's
But
like
I like that.
that's a
building,
rich
though.
person challenge. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Like I'm a billionaire.
But
You're
then-
not gonna outbuilding me.
But then,
you know,
isn't it the?
He's got a point.
That's owned by the Seminole, no?
yeah, and they built one of the nicest stadiums
Yeah.
until Vegas said challenge accepted. Here's our stadium. The stadiums just get nicer and nicer. The hotels are gonna get nicer and nicer.
Yeah,
That you're
that's
telling me
true.
that is going to be the nicest looking hotel building in all of South Florida? That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Someone's gonna
No.
challenge it. They just need the land.
That's true. But then
And then all
okay.
of those very old condos and everything get
Yeah,
torn
where are you
down,
gonna put
less
this new
housing.
building?
Yeah.
You need a whole area. So areas like Goulds, Homestead, the areas where like not much is going on, and it's a bunch of very spaced out single family homes. The land out there, they have very large lots in those areas. So that's the perfect place to buy everyone's property and build a super building.
Yeah, yeah. But you have to think about the number one thing. Even rich people like to ball,
Yeah,
and they ball out of control.
yeah, like they build
And-
guitar shaped buildings.
And they
yeah.
build the star-shaped buildings.
Yeah.
And they want nicer shit too.
Yeah. Did you see the spear in Vegas? Did you see that spear?
No.
It's
No.
scary.
The spear.
The
what's that?
spear. It's a. Oh, the TV turned off because.
Pull it up.
How do
I got you. The button on the bottom right, just turn it on. So that Vegas, the
Yeah.
Vegas Strip, they built the new building. It's a spear. The building is a physical ball, and it's a full projector.
The sphere. Yeah, I
It's
saw.
a full projector, so it
I
looks like the
saw
world.
that.
It's scary.
It's
Do
wild.
you see it? The button on the very bottom on the right.
It's
No,
wild.
but I-
No, but I know what you're talking about. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't need to watch it, but open the
He
thing.
knows what
we
you're
don't
talking
need
about.
to. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about,
I think it-
dude. They can. Do you know that they can do they can present like a movie outside of that fucking
Yeah,
thing?
that's
they can,
scary. If the light's on behind it, it's on. Now it's on.
Now
That's
it's
it.
on.
It's on. Yeah, you're good. We got a producer, ladies and gentlemen. We got a producer.
slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, we getting there.
It's the
I'll get
ghost
there. Give me
guys.
some time.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, the spear in Vegas, like, I've been to Vegas probably twice, and each time I go, I'm amazed. I'm like, this is crazy. And then, like,
It
when
is
I come
crazy.
here and I see Hard Rock is that first Vegas style building, and
But I don't think it's gonna be that. I don't see.
Did you say it was 2.3 billion, the Mega Sphere?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't even know how
it's,
much it costs, but that looks
it
right,
cost-
yeah.
It costs about that. I've seen 2.5 something billion.
if I'm driving and I see that,
oh, it's wild.
freaked out.
Look at this. Look at what they're doing.
hell no. Look at the eye. Oh, look at the eye. Hell no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell no. That's too real. That's,
Oh,
bro.
how cool.
Oh,
So imagine, you come out the club, it's 3 a.m., you driving back home, you see that. Oh, hell no. You know, what is that?
they could have it
a basketball.
as a big pokeball.
Bro, it can be anything.
Oh, pokeball.
Anything you can do.
It's a mirage. Yeah, that's...
Close
Why they
enough.
put a nose, bro? See, it's like stuff like, because
Yeah, but it's wild. But like, look,
here's what I'm looking at.
that's cool. That's cool. It's just like if we get regulation out,
Yeah.
then those rich guys are gonna ball, and then they're gonna be able to build things for everyone because at the end of the day, like if there's money to be made for someone that wants to rent a place, $200 a month, bitch, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna figure out a way to build you a place that I'm gonna be able to make $20 a month, or I'm like everything paid. If I can make $10 a month, $5 a month, $1 a month,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It
do
adds
it.
up. It adds
Because
up.
if it's easy, if the demand is there,
Yeah.
if there's a lot of demands, maybe we have 20 millions of those. I don't care. I'll make 20 millions a month on
Yeah.
those house. That's fine. But that's the reason why having so many regulation and I'm not saying regulation is bad. We need some rules.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like if you have too many rules, then you can't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Just look at what football, like everything that you can't do in football right now. I'm not saying that it's all bad. It's good to protect the guys and all, but
Yeah,
then
there's constant
just a couple of
changes.
years ago, they could hit the guys differently. You could do way more.
Yeah.
You know.
All these concussion protocols, I feel.
Well, that had this problem. So those rules were good, but at some
Yeah.
point, you're gonna hit the tipping point. You're gonna hit the point where there's so many rules that the show sucks,
Yeah.
and people are not gonna watch it because they're gonna be like, well, they can't do shit.
So how
I don't like watching flag football.
I get it, but I feel like on that same note, that's kind of what they're doing in Florida. Like, okay, there's a bunch of restrictions everywhere. The Airbnb market got a little fucked up, so we got you. We are going to make a whole state built around, well, a whole half a state, the lower half of the state, built around people that just want to rent shit out. You know, you want to buy stuff and rent it out, come on down. You can rent out your Ferrari, you can rent out your condo, rent your jet skis, anything you got, bring it to South Florida, we'll rent it out. And it's just a mecca.
That's, like, maybe.
You're not renting a Ferrari in Kansas like that.
No.
You know, you're not going to Kansas to rent a
but
Ferrari.
But it's true. But then you're here. So if you want to live here, that's the life.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want this, you can drive a couple hours up, and then you're gonna have a very, very nice home for $250, $350.
And that's why they're building the bullet train, the Bright Line, because it'll take you up to Tampa, Orlando, and it'll bring you right back.
Well, if there's demand for this, then let's fucking build it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If there's demand for something, let's fucking build it.
Yeah.
Like, the hell with all of those people that are trying to not make us do anything.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be some sort of repercussion we never seen.
Really, South Florida traffic is not that bad compared to like LA, or I've even been in Georgia and seen horrible traffic.
No, it's not that
that's
bad,
fair,
but it's
like
still
Atlanta.
Yeah, our traffic is bad, but it's like they're fixing it. Our lanes,
it's bad, but there's one road.
we got like 6-lane highways now, so they're
Yeah.
really combating it. They're doing their part.
It's only bad on the 95 between anywhere in Miami.
When you're going to like Brickell, Doral, that area.
Yeah.
But they're fixing it. They're adding highways. They're adding routes. And that is why it's not that hard to just live a little further. Like you could live 2 hours this way, 2 hours that way. Like, West Florida, North Florida, and still come down to Miami as you
Of
please.
course.
Because what I'm seeing is people moving to like Georgia and they're still coming back just to
Yeah.
vacation. I'm like, well,
Well,
you're back.
dude.
you wanted to stay.
This place is great.
It's great.
It's
I
great.
cannot see myself leaving somewhere
it's
slower. I
fucking
don't see
great.
myself in like Alabama or Georgia. It's nice there. It's peaceful, but I like being able to get up at 2 a.m. and get a taco. Like I need to just.
And not only that, like, people are nice.
They're very nice because it's so you chill,
It's
you
nice.
chilling, you chilling,
It's
you having
nice
a good time.
outside.
You having,
We're having fun.
Yeah, it's a nice day. It's hot.
Everybody, it's hot.
The beach up the street,
Dude, it was hot this summer.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was.
First
It was
summer,
super hot.
first summer in Florida, and I got the hottest one ever.
Oh, this is your hottest because you've been in. Does it get hot in Canada? How's the heat in Canada? What's that like?
Sucks, bro.
Is it really? Is it like a dry heat? Is
the
it
heat in Canada sucks.
okay?
We have three, like, okay.
What parts of Canada have beaches? Are there beaches?
Yeah, on the coast.
kind
but
of.
not like we have.
Not like Montreal, not like Quebec.
Kind
no.
of. It's not. It's
Okay.
not really beaches. It's.
I would say that about our beaches because I'm from the Virgin Islands, and
It's
that beach is
like
clear,
it's like
you know,
they're trans. They're identifying as beaches.
okay.
They're identifying as beaches. Like it's
water. It's sand.
there's water. There's sand, but like it's not quite like
I
it's,
see.
like
I
there's
get
something missing.
I get it. Honestly, like it's a culture shock whenever I go to a different beach. So in the Virgin Islands, the beach is so different. You park your car on the sand and just get out your car and you're on the water. And the water is clear. You look straight through. And then you come here and there's restaurants, there's bars, there's things to do on the water. So it's like that's crazy. So it's like two very different beaches. But in here you look down, you can see through the water. Here, honestly, our water's green.
It's
It's a beautiful beach.
Yeah.
But if you've been to like a small time island beach, you see the real difference. But then, so it's interesting to say that if you go to Canada, that beach is a downgrade from this, So
Well, yeah, but then, okay, I see your point. But then there's for the green water, maybe it's just because
it's on them damn boats.
There's more traffic. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It can't be the same if we developed everything around. It cannot be the same. But then we have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
And then some people decided that's gonna be here.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think there's so much as like a water being dirty thing. I think because it's so much activity, whether it be from the boats and from the people, the sand's constantly kicked up and moving.
Everything is more.
There the sand is
moving
just
faster.
chilling. It's flat.
It's like I was in New York City the other day, a few weeks ago, and it was the first time that I spent like a decent amount of time in the city. We spent like 5 days in the city, in Midtown.
Yeah, we have more job opportunities in New York now. Fun fact.
Well, this is good. Yeah,
Fun fact.
Yeah, it's good because New York has too much regulation, too much tax.
Yeah, they're all coming here. I follow stats. I follow the stats.
It's crazy to see because that was the first time I was in New York. I was like, this place is wild.
Yeah,
dude, it's like it's packed. There's something going on everywhere.
Have you been to Brickell?
Yeah, of course.
That doesn't kind of give you like New York feels?
No.
Brickell doesn't give you New York vibes?
Up and coming.
Granted,
No,
I've never been to New York in my
no,
life, but when I go to
no,
Brickell, I'm
no.
like, this must be what it's like.
No, it doesn't.
Look at all these buildings.
No,
the lights.
no.
New York don't feel like Brickell?
No, it doesn't.
I heard Brickell was
It's-
like Manhattan.
It would be like if Brickell was everywhere was Brickell until Boca.
But like, you know, when you're
That's
like,
New
little
York.
Brickell, you don't feel like
That is New York. It's not.
Yeah, New
It's
York.
not the same.
No?
It's so not the same.
Okay.
It's so not the same.
So it's not like Manhattan, because someone told me Brickell's like Manhattan.
Nah.
I've actually heard that quite a
It's a
lot lately
thing.
too. Is a
These-
lot of people compare it to.
It's like that's where the billionaires go. The
These
billionaires
people-
go to Brickell and
these-
Sunny
It
Osby.
is the
No,
number one
and that's
spot.
not what Brickell is nice. Brickell is
Yeah.
great, but
It doesn't feel
it's-
like Manhattan.
It doesn't feel like Manhattan.
Okay.
The only reason why is because it's small.
I'm sorry. I can't wait to go to Manhattan. I'm gonna make a video like, damn, Oliver, you was
For
right.
sure.
This
Go-
all the shit like Brickell.
Go to
got you.
Midtown.
I
Go to
will.
Times Square sucks, by the way. It's the
Really?
worst.
You just go
fucking
there for the
place.
light.
It's the worst fucking place.
Why?
I loved everything about New York except for fucking Times Square.
Is Times Square like Vegas?
It's disgusting.
You know, how Vegas Strip has the
Yeah.
screens everywhere. And
It's disgusting.
Okay.
I saw a 90 years old woman in the street fucking naked.
that sounds exciting.
She was for some reason.
That sounds
she
like
was-
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm in Vegas. It's
Good in
crazy.
Vegas.
Times Square.
It was a bunch of degenerate.
Okay.
And it sucked. It was dirty.
I get
it
that.
smelled bad. Oh no, don't go there.
Okay.
Just stay, at least 2 blocks from that street.
Honestly, I was in Vegas once, and I'm roaming. I'm just walking around, and I walked off the strip, and I was like, whoa. And I went back to the strip.
completely
Yeah, I was like, where am I? Guess go ahead, get back to the strip.
Vegas is not that bad.
It's not. It's just when you get off the strip, you're like, where's everything?
No, I know. There's nothing.
There's nothing on. It's,
There's just
you
hou-
go to this
it's
whole
houses.
state for this street
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah, no,
This-
it's houses.
This street.
and that's why there's so many people that love Vegas for that.
Yeah.
Because you
don't
have
need a
the-
car.
You have the strip,
You show up.
but then you don't have to go on the strip. Because if you don't need to go there, you can have probably the quietest life in Vegas.
I want to speculation.
Very affordable
Vegas is about
too.
to turn up. Vegas real estate is
about
going
to turn
somewhere.
up.
It's about to be the sports
Yeah.
mecca.
Oh, yeah.
If you
For sure.
everyone
why?
likes gambling on sports.
'Cause
They made it an app. You can do it here now.
They're pushing online gambling for sports
Yes.
now, and that's going to be.
I heard if you go to
Is
the
that
new,
that
huh.
was legal or it's not?
It was
No,
not
it
legal
was not
before.
legal. It was
Like you
illegal.
couldn't even talk about betting on ESPN or nothing.
no.
You had to go to Vegas
Yeah.
to bet on a
to
game.
bet on a game.
Now you do it here, anywhere.
Yeah. Now they opened the online thing.
It's an app, yeah.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah. I wish
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a promo code. I'm on Underdog. I wish I memorized my Underdog promo code. I think it's like Action Jack. Underdog Action Jackson. DM me to get my Underdog Pro code. 100% deposit match up to $100. I always wanted to do that. so
Perfect.
when you go to Vegas, I heard the new football stadium in Vegas. From your seats, there's a tablet where you can place bets
Yeah.
on the game you're watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in
Super
Vegas,
easy.
there was not before, and now there's a football team. There's a hockey team. Not a basketball team yet, but I feel like it's coming.
It might.
There's a baseball team in Vegas, right?
I don't know.
Well, they're getting everything. Every single sport is going to Vegas. They already have fight sports, and you could bet on them. But
Is there a baseball
Yeah.
team in Vegas?
Las Vegas Aviators.
the Las Vegas, well, I don't know where they came from.
Minor league.
When they came out, do you know? Right.
1983.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's not in the
Hey.
in the MLB.
They probably it says MLB.
MILB.
Oh wow.
What the fuck is
What,
that?
the, what does
No
the
idea.
I stand for?
We're gonna find out.
Look up.
Las
MILB.
Vegas Aviator. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I never heard of
I
them.
never heard of
They must
this.
not do that good. I don't know. But that's
But they can't
the point.
suck that bad.
They can't. But the point is, like, Vegas is really, if you're into any, that's if you got every sport, you're covering all interest.
Yeah, for sure.
And they got F1, Formula One. Are you freaking
Oh,
serious?
Formula-
Formula
what
One
the-
in
I wanna
itself
go.
is a whole thing. And did you know that sports is what low key popped off the Miami real estate market?
No.
All right, fun fact. Here comes a history lesson. So this is I could be
thought
wrong.
it was cocaine.
It was. Yeah, that was the first. That was the first. The South Beach.
Foundation.
South Beach.
That's
watch
how-
Cocaine Cowboys.
That's how. Oh yeah, that
Cocaine
documentary
Cowboys.
is
South
awesome.
Beach. If you like South Beach,
that documentary
Say
is,
thank you.
is the bomb. It's awesome.
I loved it. Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Those guys, they how can you imagine, like, in the 80s?
Yeah.
You all of the cocaine goes through you.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
All of the cocaine in the U.S. goes through them.
Yeah. And
Can you imagine how much money they were making?
yeah, and that's entrepreneurship. You just kind of look at that model, and I'm trying to have all the podcasts in Miami come through me.
Let's just
you see, it's all full circle. It's all full circle.
How about we
inspiration.
we legalize those things and let's just fucking tax it.
I don't see them legalizing cocaine.
Put regulation on it and legalize it.
That should probably stay
tax it.
illegal.
I don't know. It's just what's illegal is just gonna be funneling the black market. Because clearly there's a demand for it, and then if you make
You trying to get us out of that debt. Trying to get us out that national debt. That's what
there's bill that needs to be paid, guys.
I got an idea, guys. I know what we can do.
Yeah, it was
You like South Beach?
Trillion.
That's funny. Oh, but y'all crazy.
Yeah, it's 24.5 trillion. 78% of the debt was held by the public.
What's that?
End of 2022. Earlier, you were asking how much debt was held by the public.
Oh, by the public and the private? Yeah.
Yeah, 24.5 trillion or 78%.
I learned that the richest people have people that owe them money.
Of course, yeah.
How can you get somebody to owe you money? How can you get somebody to owe you money?
So which one is the public and which one is private? 75% is public?
78% was public.
Oh, damn.
So representing cash borrowed from domestic and foreign investors. The remaining 7 trillion or 22% was intra-government debt.
Intra-government. So like most of the debt. So most of the debt of the government is actually owned by citizens, which is good.
Yeah. I've tried doing private loans before, like on a small, not like funding a house, but like I have a friend with a small business. I'm like, here's $1,000, give me back $1,200, you know, but I got back $800, but you know, little things. It was this camera. I got this camera instead of my money back.
It holds value.
It holds value, yeah.
And now it's made you more.
I'd have made more than $1,200 with this camera, 100%. Yeah. I was able to buy that camera.
Oh, that's good. This camera is my favorite one.
That one, yeah, right? Thank you. That one was hard work right there. I worked hard for that one.
Oh, yeah. And then it become easier after 2 cameras.
Yeah, when you got 2 cameras, you're lit.
It's good.
You can do what you want. Yeah. But ultimately, that's all in all. Like, I just tried different ways to just make it. You know, so I'm like, okay, this might make money.
Oh, yeah, we didn't hear like all of this business
how many people are doing podcasts in your studio?
I don't know how many overall, but I'm probably averaging them.
There's at least one.
There's at least you.
It's the best
You're
one.
You're one. So I'm probably averaging about 10 people a week.
Okay.
My goal is to have every day booked out. I would like it to be like you got to book out us like a week in advance. Right now, you could do a same day appointment.
As long as you book mine first.
No, I got you. I got you. I'm doing same day appointments right now, but my goal is to have my calendar just boom, 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 and I hire staff and there's someone in here. But hiring staff is hard too. I've tried. I've had several occasions where I've had staff. I've had people that I pay to do it for me, and it's not the same. Like you'll tell them exactly what to do. It's just they don't care as much as you care.
That's always going to be.
You got to find somebody who wants to learn exactly how to do what you're doing.
It's true, but at the end of the day, they just at work. You know, to them, they just at work.
That's the thing. So like, so you need to figure out how to make this person resonate with the idea that you have, the view that you have, the goal that you have with the business to make them feel an integral part of the business. So it's never because it's never going to be the same as the founder. Never. Never. And there's nobody more.
I see the vision.
There's nobody more invested than you in your project. That's always going to be the case. Mm-hmm. But you need other people.
I do. Yeah.
Because to grow anything, you always need people.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything by your own.
That's true.
So then as the founder, you need to, and then that's so easy for me to say it because I'm not the founder of anything.
So you founded this podcast.
I did. Maybe I
founded this podcast.
But you need your employee to view the vision that you have. Yeah. So you need to verbalize it.
Yeah.
And you need to nail it down.
A mission statement.
Yeah.
I get that.
Because you need to repeat, and then they need to see kind of the same. And even then it's not gonna be the same as you. Because it's not good. They can't be more invested than you.
Right.
Because there's gonna be if that's true, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. That's true. It's especially stressful when you have like high profile clients sometimes, you know. So it's like you want them to take it super seriously, but they're just like, because the high profile clients sometimes they'll show up late, they'll like not care because it's like you know. So it's the little things, but I'm learning. I still have my team. I'm still like at my peak. I ran a team of 25 people, 15 agents, 5 people amongst this like the studio, and then just like random editor, like just random like. Service people, yeah. So, but not everyone cares. So, like, it was just the joy of being saying, I have 15 agents, I have 5 people here. But when you really looked at my production, only like 4 or 5 of my 15 are producing. So, am I really a team of 15? You know, so
a team of 4.
Yeah.
But
so that's
the crazy thing is there's the stat that is saying basically that your half, I think it's half of your revenue is always going to be produced by, I think, the top 10%, top like maybe top 5. So it's always going to be, you know, those top producer that produce the majority of the revenue of the business, and then you're gonna have everybody else. Yeah. Apparently that's true for 10 people in business, 100 people business, or 1,000 people.
I would agree with that. About 5%, 10%, about 10% of them. Really.
Yeah, and imagine the biggest business there is the United States government.
Yeah. What I'm realizing is the key difference is the ones that want to do this versus the ones that need to do this. I need to do this. You know, because like I tried to get a job, they won't give it to me. So if I'm gonna survive in this big ass expensive Florida, I gotta figure it out. So it's like in Florida, you gotta really think like, okay, in Florida, it's a rental state. It's all about renting shit out. What can I rent out? I'm gonna rent out these cameras. I'm gonna rent out this studio. So like, it's all about what can you do to get people to give you money. You know, so
that's
like,
true.
It's you want to sell the shovel, not to do the service. You know.
Yeah. I see your point. Yeah. I see your point. I don't think I could have an office job as well. I'd be in the HR office.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. If I have to do something where like you would let me like give me a car, let me like go out here and do something and come back. I just need to be active. I need to move around. Yeah, I can't do it.
It's wild to sit. It's hard to sit in an office like all day. Like
I physically can't. I got 2 kids now, so like I'm literally home with babies all day. And I just have to have a little workstation, so I have to do everything on my desk with a baby in my hand, one running around. So as of, that ship has sailed. I can't get a job now. There's no way I can go to work. I don't see how I'm gonna do it. So I got like 2 monitors, one for like Miss Rachel and one for work.
How is that like?
It's a lot. I love it because it's like I grew up without a dad, so it's interesting seeing what a dad is like. You know, so it's like, oh wow, dad. I never heard dad in the house. That's so interesting. Wow. So
do you think it's important to have a dad in the house?
Yeah, I think it's more so important to just have someone that like loves you and is there for you and has the mental space for you, you know, because a single parent household is very stressful. So that one parent, while yes, they love you, they care for you, they're there for you, they're very stressed out, you know. So just having both parents home, it kind of takes some of the weight off. So you end up with less stressed out parents. Therefore, you have a less stressful life.
Yeah, of course, because you have a teammate to do this crazy thing of living and raising a child.
Yeah, and you see what support is. You're like, oh, that's support. Wow, they're helping each other. That's crazy.
Nice. Yeah. I didn't get to do this, and then it got done anyway. Like, how fucking cool.
So in me growing up, because my dad died when I was young, so I'm watching my mom figure everything out and like struggle and do this and that. Like, all right, so I'm gonna go to Walmart and like, you know, I'm gonna write a check I know might not go through, but we gotta eat, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm like that now. I'm not gonna ask for help because I gotta figure it out. What can I do to figure it out? So that's how I kind of got the mentality of it's like fight or flight. If I gotta really.
Well, you don't still write bad checks though, do you?
No.
Okay.
No. No, that's over. That's over. But it's just like, you know, like sometimes it's like there's nothing. You gotta eat. What are you gonna do? Like, okay, I'm gonna go to Walmart with this $25 check. You know, give me some meat, and we gonna be good. I'm gonna figure it out with the bank tomorrow. I'm gonna figure it out with the bank tomorrow.
Did you have a big family?
No. Well, I mean, I'm sure I do, but my family, I just don't have a close family.
What do you mean?
Like, I have family members, but we don't like do anything. We won't meet up. There's no family reunions. There's no come over for dinner. There's no what you
don't talk to them at all?
Yeah, we talk, but like, you know, it's very occasional. occasional. Like my family from the Virgin Islands, we have a group chat, so we talk like almost daily. But my Miami cousins.
When you say your family is it your like your brother and sisters or
no?
Like
these are cousins. I have a brother. He lives with my mom. I live with my mom, my wife, and kids. But my immediate family, my brother and mom, they don't go anywhere. They don't like leaving the house. Like if you come over, they're gonna put on a mask. You know.
How old is your brother?
How old is he? 19? 19.
19.
Yeah, 19.
How old are you?
30. How old am I? 30, 32? 31?
Oh shit, we're in the same way.
31, 32? Yeah. Okay, you look good. You look good. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
But no, I just never came from a close family, so as a result, I'm not a close person to anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, like I throw friends away left and right. It's crazy.
That's so different from me.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with three brothers and one sister. I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
And even though my parents got divorced, we're very close.
I don't like company.
They did. Well, I don't like company.
It makes me uncomfortable.
You prefer the solitude.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. If someone comes over, it's cool, but like don't stay more than like a couple hours because I run out of conversations. I'm not used to being around someone that long. Even when I like lived with my mom, like I'm in the room. You know, I'm in the room. Everybody's in their own respective room. Everybody just keeps to themselves. My family is very private, you know. So,
but the thing is, I think I see your point. I think I see how you view this.
Yeah.
Because you're probably an introvert.
Yeah.
So,
but I can still public speak now.
Well,
before I couldn't, but now I can.
Of course, because being an introvert and extrovert that has nothing to do with public speaking. It has nothing to do with how good you are with people. It has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
It has to do with how you spend your energy and what gives you energy. So it's Simon Sinek that had this talk, and in that I think he put it beautifully. He's basically said that when you're an extrovert, you wake up in the morning, you're depleted. You don't have any energy. So what you do is you go out, you meet people, you see people, then you get energized. Then the more people you can see, the more group event, the more you can go.
I'm the opposite.
You get energized. I'm the opposite too. This just talking about this, it gives me
goosebumps.
It gives me rash or
oh wow, okay. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah, I get it.
And I'm like the way an introvert is going to work is more to be as to he wake ups, he has like let's say 5 coin, he has some energy money.
Yeah.
And then every time he's interacting with someone, every time he's doing a transaction, he's paying the person or the event with the energy. Mm-hmm. And then at some point he's gonna run out.
Yeah.
Right? And then he needs to recharge.
That's me. Yeah.
That's me.
So okay,
That's
so here's me. I wake up extra early and I'm super happy. I'm like, wow, it's just me. Everybody sleep. It's like I wake up lately I've been waking up at 5 a.m. because my son is 2 weeks old. So, you know, I'm
shit, okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks old.
2 weeks old. Yeah, my daughter's
congrats.
1. Thank you. My daughter's
nice.
1. Yeah. So
you got okay.
Yeah, we're done though. We got the daughter, got the son.
So you got
we need to find you somebody to help you with the studio.
So
I tried. No, I do have one friend that is like very helpful. Shout out to West Side Anthony.
Nice.
His name's Anthony, but shout out to West Side. He comes in here like if he sees it a mess, he'll just tidy it up. I'm like, thank you. You know, so helpful, so helpful.
But so do you have your girlfriend or wife at home?
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, she's home with the babies now.
Nice.
So she's a nurse, so she works overnight, so she's used to just being up all night. So she takes like the night shift with the baby, and then I get up at 5, and I just like, all right, I got it from here, and I let her sleep till like 11 or 12, and then you know that's how we make this work.
How is it for you two?
Like both of us, like with the two babies?
Both of us, like
Yeah.
without like just how is it for your couple right now, like without the baby? Do you still like hang out? Do you still like go out or?
Well, not yet, because she can't really. She's still like healing because she had a C-section.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah, so we can't go anywhere for like another probably like.
She got a baby 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago she had a baby.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about this for a second.
But I hear it's like everyone who has like, well, not even multiple kids, but just this is a fun fact about having kids. Is very important to like still take her out and do things with her because there's so many emotions and hormones going on. Like you still have to like show like I still care about you. It's not just the kids, you know. Like we still have this going.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Because I don't have kids, but I assume that if you don't do that, you're gonna be consumed by the kids. You're gonna forget about your wife. You're gonna forget about your girlfriend, and then you're gonna grow distant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one of the things that you need to put water into the pot if you want the plant to be nice.
Yeah,
You need to water it
definitely.
every day. You need some affection. You need some attention. You need some time together. You need some time alone together.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing because it's very easy to be consumed in like being around your kids. You know, like they look like you. They're so happy. You're their favorite person. So
Well,
it's very easy to spend the whole day with them. And then
And also, apparently the love for the kids is very, very different than the love that you have for your wife.
yeah.
Well, first one, you don't want to fuck them.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah,
But if you get some pussy, you never want to fuck kids.
that's true. But on
Like,
that
seriously.
same note, it's like I've just been with these two babies all day. I'm not really turned on right now, you know. But you still gotta like show I'm still interested.
But the turning on, it's because the way I see it, sometimes it's not that you're gonna be turned on now, but I see it as like, well, if you had the idea of sex,
yeah,
then you're like,
yeah, but
because and then now as a man, I think for me at least, I choose. Do we have sex now? Do I make the effort to make her want me, or I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to have it, and then I choose not to. Which is it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine either way.
Yeah.
But I think you have to kind of have this discussion with yourself, like, how much sex do you want to have?
you
at
have
the
to
end-
have
'cause at
that.
the end
What's
of
a
the
healthy
day-
amount thing?
Because at the end of the day, it's going to be most likely you that's going to initiate sex.
yeah, well,
And it's fine, by the way. I love this.
yeah.
And I don't mind at all that like my partner or my wife doesn't initiate anything.
Yeah.
Because if I'm
It's like
not
you're the chisa,
all over
yeah,
you,
the hunter. Yeah, I get you.
if I'm not all over you, I'm good, man. I'm it's fine.
Yeah.
But then like I'm gonna be over you, and then now I need you to want me. So
Yeah, sometimes
it's-
you want that feeling
it's-
of being wanted too.
well the thing is it's I think I see it as my job to make her in the mood.
Yeah, make her feel appreciated and wanted, and
Exactly.
It's like
'Cause
you don't want to like be in a serious relationship and then the chase stops, the want stops, the lust stops, because then it's like, well, now what? You know, like that's kind of like you got to really think about it. Like what got you into the relationship is what should keep the relationship for you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do all of this, and you're buying flowers and you're doing this just to get her, and then once you have her, she's with you, you're married. It's like gotcha, and then you just move, you just move on to other things. So that's why it's so important. So like the craziest thing about like having kids is like, number one, I'm very big on like, like I'm an Instagram booty cheeks guy. That's me. Like don't look at my Instagram, motherfucker. What you call this shit? The For You page. Don't look at my For You page. Yeah.
What's the For You page?
The For You
like the
page is
feed?
like
I
where,
guess like your
where
feed,
Instagram shows, like Instagram's like, I know what you want to see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like now it's like it's cars and stuff, but I've had my moments where it's like booty cheeks, and my wife knows that.
Oh yeah, for me it's like it's funny videos.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to see motivation quotes.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's interesting. Some of
Yes,
them.
I have to fight. I have to be like, no, cars. We're looking
Yeah.
at cars, and then I have to change my For You page. So
I have so much football.
I love football.
In the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
On my feed.
You got a fantasy league?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have invited me to your fantasy league. But before we digress, I like just like close out this. Such like all in all, it's like the point of bringing that up is that when I'm with my kids, I don't even want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even. It's weird. I don't want that on my phone. So
Yeah.
And
But then that's
you're
why
not thinking about that. You know,
that's true. But then that's why you need to put them to sleep at 6:30, 7, whatever the time.
that stops
and then
happening after about
and then
11
the
months,
rest,
my brother. I'm gonna tell you from now.
Well, I don't know. But
Yeah,
then, but then, if maybe it stopped, maybe you wake them up at 5 or 4:30 or whatever to have them to have them.
You gotta
on
wake them up early. Yeah,
There,
you gotta wake
there
up
you
early.
go.
Yeah.
How early do you need
Yeah,
for them to be dead by like 6 or 7, so I can have
wake
a
them
little
about
bit of
7.
time?
Wake them up around 7
well then,
a.m. They'll go
good.
sleep around 7 p.m. Yeah.
Flip the mattress if you have
Get your
to.
ass up.
Get your ass up. I'm the dad. I decide. You
that's true.
ain't deciding shit.
Okay, but here's the challenge with that. I get up at 5 and my daughter is dead asleep. I'm like, I can do whatever I want. So
Well,
I'm like,
then,
I go
well-
watch. Formula One is at like 7 a.m. So I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm like, ooh, it's dad time. I'm doing what I want. I'll
Take
make
the
my
time in the
little.
morning or in the evening.
Well, then maybe
Yeah,
you need to fuck in the morning.
See, my wife's up all night. She's not doing it. So it's either way. We can't now because you gotta wait 6 weeks. You gotta wait 6 weeks after having a baby. You can't do shit for 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks, yes. Figure it out. Figure it out. Just spend time. See, you spend time with your kids. You ain't think about it. You ain't think about it.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I'm preparing you. You young. You got time. Whenever. But
6
be
weeks is a
prepared.
long time.
Be prepared, yeah. But all in all, it's very important to, like, after you have kids, still keep the intimacy alive in your relationship. So, like, I booked, like, I'm planning a date to Sexy Fish, you know? So, like, when she's healed up, we're going out. So it's like, it's just to show, like, thanks for the family, but I still appreciate you, and I'm still here to pursue you. I don't want to stop pursuing, and now you looking for someone to give you attention. Hell no, you ain't gonna give my girl no attention, more attention than I give. You know.
Thanks
That's
for
what
the
it's all about.
baby, but let's not forget how
We got here.
fucking got the baby.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's all about just remembering, like, the relationship before. Like, this is life.
Yeah.
You got to keep it renewed. You want to date your wife.
Oh, dating your wife is the best.
You got to date your wife. Yeah,
Although I don't have a wife now.
that's okay.
I
Well,
got a girlfriend. So
well, you should still date your. You would be surprised how many people do not date their girlfriends.
What?
Like, people that just have girlfriends and they just don't do anything. I have friends that have girlfriends, and majority of their time they go out with their homeboys. Like, they go out
Why?
with their friends, and then they'll bring their girlfriend with their friends, and I think that's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why though? Because I don't understand why you would stay in a relationship that you don't like.
Some people have a habit of staying with people they've been with for a long time.
But why?
The most toxic sentence I've heard is, but we've been together so long, but we've known each other so long. It's been years. That doesn't mean you have to stay, you know, with that person, whether it be a friend, a, you know, girlfriend, whatever. Don't let the time you spent together be the only reason you are together. That's not a good reason.
Yeah. But I did that for a while. I did that for too long. I did that for almost all of my relationship. Not all of my relationship.
Yeah.
Except for this one.
Good.
Because now I want to be...
You want to be there.
I want to be there.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Every day you make a choice. Every day you have to renew that I want to do this. I want to be here.
I agree.
It never stops.
I agree with this.
The same with them. They're making a choice. If they're still there, they want to be there today. They don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, it's all.
Well, not all of them don't have to, because I saw probably the craziest shit this week.
Yeah.
It
The
was,
helicopter crash today. Was that the crazy shit?
no, but that was crazy too.
That's fucking crazy.
The helicopter that crashed on
The rescue helicopter.
It was a rescue helicopter.
It was BSO's rescue helicopter.
Oh
Yeah, I
shit!
think
Those are
that-
paramedics.
What?
Yeah, like if you get in a car accident and they gotta airlift you to the hospital, that shit crashed.
No way!
That's what crashed.
And
Yeah.
it crashed into
Yeah,
a building
Into
too.
a house, into an apartment.
I saw it because I was at the barber and the TV was there.
Yeah.
And we just fucking saw the
Crash.
the hole. So I was like, oh shit, maybe there's an explosion.
Yeah, no.
So we
8
thought it
a.m.
was an explosion, and then we saw the video, and then it was the fucking helicopter.
Yeah, it says they were on their way to an emergency call, so it was just north of Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, so
So
they
you're
were-
telling me the emergency ain't even get solved?
What do you
There
want?
was-
The guy that was in the emergency dead?
It sounds like they are if the helicopter ain't make it. Right?
There
Well,
were-
maybe he
yeah.
survived.
No, there
Who?
was two lives lost.
No,
In
but
the
I'm saying
helicopter?
so the
Or in the emergency the helicopter was going to.
yeah, because the helicopter was going to an emergency.
There were 3 people in the helicopter.
It just says 2. Hang on.
Who was the third? Oh, maybe there was like a parachute or something.
Maybe we need to refine your Google skills.
Yeah.
Gotta read faster.
Google faster.
Oh, very crazy. Very crazy.
But no, the craziest thing was the TikTok video that I saw the other day. It was a police body cam, and it was this house. I don't remember where. I think it was in Kentucky, but there was this house that was completely shut down. Like all of the windows, doors, was shut with wood, like shut down. And then there was a woman on the second floor in the bed. She was chained to the neck.
Yeah.
She
Human
could-
trafficking is real.
That was disgusting.
Yeah,
that woman
Miami
was able
realtors.
to break the window and then cry for help, and the police came in. And when they found her, bro, it was disgusting. She had a fucking chain with a lock on her neck.
Yeah, Miami Realtors and YPN, like, we're trying to actually do an initiative this year to try to raise awareness on human trafficking, because you'll be surprised how likely you could be to save someone. So someone told a story of her brother was a police officer, and he saw a little girl just walking in the street in the middle of a school day. He checked with her, followed her, and found out that she was kidnapped. She was being trafficked.
No way.
She had like he said it was a barcode tattoo. Like, it was crazy, like a number. So human trafficking is all around us. It's in Miami. It's in South Florida. It's in the airport. It's in Vegas. Anywhere there's tourists and like anywhere, it's all around us. So just if you see something that doesn't look right, ask questions and definitely look into the signs of human trafficking because you can be a hero.
Have you seen the movie Sound of Freedom?
No. What's that?
I'm
not a movie guy. Okay, here's the thing. I have a very short attention span, so if you show me a movie that's like 2 hours, I'm not gonna watch it. I can watch a show that's 30 minutes for like 5 hours for some reason, but a movie, it's hard.
I understand the reason why you can watch 30-minute show because
I can look away and come
you're
back.
Starting again. It's
renewing. It's a reminder. Hey, here's what you missed.
It's like fast food of
Yes.
watching something. You know, like it's very easily digestible.
Yeah.
But the movie Sound of Freedom is a movie. It's based on a true story on a guy that is I'm mistaking. I don't remember his name, but it's a guy. Well, maybe can you pull it up?
What was it?
Sounds of Freedom. So it's about child trafficking, and it's about this guy that helped save a bunch of child, and then they talk about an island, and it's romanticized, but it's based on a true story. They tried to release it in 2018, I think. And then Disney bought Fox, and then Disney didn't want the movie released, and then they were able to finally release it 5 years later. To actually do it, and then they did very well at the box office too. So hopefully we can we can raise awareness on this because it's
Yeah, it said 49.6 million people in human trafficking.
That's a lot of people, and that means it's everywhere. It has to be everywhere.
35% are children.
Yeah, like if you see somebody walking with somebody and they look uncomfortable, ask questions. You know. So
what does when you say like human trafficking, like what does it define? Like what is
there's different
of
sources of human trafficking.
Forced into 27.6 million are forced into labor or sex trafficking.
So there's two types of human trafficking though. There's another side of it where
organs.
Not even. There's another side. There's like where she said labor. So they're taking people from different countries. So whatever your country is, but you're here just for work. So they're like, okay, you can live in this house, but you gotta do tiles for me. You know, you gotta do roofing. You're forcing you to do these actual like jobs. They're paying you, but not a lot. And what makes it trafficking is if you decide to quit, I'm calling ICE. If you decide to quit, I'm sending you back.
Domestic servitude,
right?
Labor,
that is a form of human trafficking because you're taking them from this place to this place. Don't say anything, or I will kick you out of the country. That's human trafficking. It comes in all forms.
Yeah, this is black.
Yeah, it's not just sex trafficking. It's organ trafficking. It's labor trafficking. It's
forced marriage, criminality.
Yeah,
the labor trafficking for me, it's a little bit less. I'm not saying it's not bad.
No, I get it.
Obviously. But if
freedom's on the line, that's why.
But if you're here illegally, and now you're getting blackmailed by someone else.
Well, sometimes they bring you in.
Well, then that's the fucked up part. But if if you came in illegally and now you're getting blackmailed with someone else, I say like that's life. It's not fair. It's not good. But then there's part of life that sucks, and then that's one of the part of the life that if you're somewhere, if you that's why all of these politicians probably we're never gonna see the Epstein client list.
Yeah, but so a situation is like, from what I'm understanding, it's say I'm gonna go to Mexico. Right, I'll find someone that's down on their luck, but they look, I'm watching them work. Like, you're building a house right in front of me. Hey, you want to come to America? I could get you in. And they're like, hell yeah, I'll get you a job and everything. And they come to America and it's like, gotcha,
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha. So, so they come to America and it's like, all right, so you're going to build this house. And then you're going to build this house. And then do these floors. You better fucking do it because I'm calling it, so you've been trafficked.
What if you go back to Mexico?
They didn't. That's why they wanted to come. They didn't want to go back to Mexico.
Well, then you choose to be there.
Let's not say Mexico.
No, but they
want to go back to where they came from. They want to go because Mexico's nice. I've been to Mexico. I love Mexico.
Mexico's awesome.
Mexico's great.
It's great.
But you're dangling a better life over their head to get them on the plane.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But the thing that I'm trying to understand is, are they like if they leave, if the person is like, well, the hell with this. I mean, I don't want to do this.
They they leave your situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they leave? Can they go back to the country they came from?
No, you're sending them back on your terms. I'm calling ICE. It's a very different going back home situation.
No, I know, but then the thing is, like, let's say you're you're the guy that's been trafficked, right?
Yeah.
You're from whatever, and I bring you here because I'm an asshole, and I bring you here, and I'm like you gotta work all of these jobs for me, and if you don't do it, well, I deport you. That's basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
But what if you're like well, Ollie, fuck you, I don't want to do that, so I'm leaving. Like am I letting you go?
I feel like you're gonna leave and go where? Where are you going? Well, I'm all you know. You don't know nobody here.
Well,
you're in LaGuardia right now. You know who you know in LaGuardia. Where you gonna go?
But I understand. But
you're gonna leave and be homeless.
They could go back to the city that they're from.
How you gonna get there? You ain't got no passport
or no money.
You ain't got no money. Exactly. They're not paying you. They're giving you a place to stay and something to eat. That's it.
Yeah, but
granted, there are some of these situations that the victim may be like, this isn't that bad, but there's more situations than that where it's like, this is pretty fucked up.
No, I agree, and I'm not saying that you know, like these people that are trafficked that way, it's not bad.
It's slavery kind of.
It's slavery kind of. I'm just trying to understand. Probably the one that are trafficking them. Yeah. They're probably forcing them to stay there because if they don't, then maybe there's going to be a percentage of the people that are being forced into labor that are going to want to leave or to go to the authority. Because you could go maybe to the police and be like, hey man, this fucking guy told me that I could get in the U.S. and then that's fucking bullshit, and I'm like here and I want to go back home.
That's not going to work. You can't go to the place. He promised to sneak me into the country. But he did it. No,
I understand. But then if you
went under the guise that it was okay, like maybe for some reason it's okay.
Granted, there are some people in very nice houses, and like there's no way I'd be in a place this nice. But like, I guess the main idea here is that they could even kill you. Like it could be a death threat because no one's looking for you. No one knows you're here. No one's gonna send out an APB.
That's true. So probably.
And you're too afraid to go to the authorities.
You're too afraid to go because the authorities are just they're gonna hold you for who knows how long. Who knows where they're gonna hold you? Who knows how long the journey is back, where it is, and they're not gonna ask your address to take you back to your exact location. They just say, what country are you from? They get you back to that country.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get back to your location.
I understand that, but then if. For me at least, I'm kind of like, well, maybe I want still to go, like if I can, maybe I still want to go to the police or to someone, to the authorities saying like, hey man, I was duped, I want to go back, I know I'm here illegally, whatever. And maybe the prison in the meantime is going to be better than the forced labor that I was living in. That's the reason I'm trying to understand like the situation, because I was not aware that was a thing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just like sex laborers and
I learned this recently
and things like that, like overseas. But I didn't think it was like that here with illegal immigration.
I learned this in a YPN board meeting because, like I said, they're trying to raise awareness. Because like had I not known, I wouldn't even think twice about it. Like
no, and then probably they can't leave, because if they could, I'm assuming I would make the choice to go back, because if I don't want to, but then if they don't make the choice, if they're not forced, maybe they want to stay.
There's a lot of people like they spend a good chunk of their life dreaming of getting to America or whatever country it is, whether it be France or whatever. It's just once you're there, it's just not what you expected because you're forced to live under these terms and pretenses, and it's like that's not what I signed up for.
Because the ideal of America, is what makes it great.
Yeah,
it's the ideal. It's what we try to be.
Think about it this way: you imagine you're a GC, you're a general contractor. No one's gonna question the actual laborers under you that are doing it. So I'm a GC. I'm gonna go to Mexico, or let's stop saying Mexico. I'm gonna go to another country and
go to Canada.
I'm gonna go to.
There's a lot of the Canadian that want to.
All right, I'm gonna go to Canada.
Say Colombia.
I'm gonna go to.
That's the thing with Miami, though. They have a problem with everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to another country, and I'm gonna get some laborers to force build his company, right? So you don't have to pay any of these people. You just need a place for them to live them. So you just get this one house for $5,000 a month, whatever. There's your overhead. There's your cost. $5,000 a month. Put some bread and cheese in there, or whatever you're feeding them, and they have to show up to work every day because you're picking them up. You're sending the truck. If they don't work, there's hell to pay or whatever it is that have you, and you're just getting rich off of this.
Fear.
Yeah, you're running it by threat. Whatever your threat is, each person's gonna have their own threat that works for them.
There's probably a threat though.
It has to be a threat.
There has to be a threat. They have to be forced to be there, because otherwise, I don't see why they wouldn't choose to just like go back and then be free.
Even if it's not a threat, it's manipulation. It's making them believe they're in a better situation when they're really not.
You don't think you have that choice, or that freedom of choice is what comes so easily to us.
That makes sense too. That I see.
I've manipulated your mind to think this is the best situation you're gonna get.
I see that, because
I'll throw you in the street if you don't do this work.
Yeah. I see this, because that's the good thing with us, and that's the little bit of the problem as well, is because we can adapt to basically every condition, every condition. And the craziest, we saw with COVID. Some people loved the years of lockdowns and of restriction.
I enjoyed it
and all of that.
It was peaceful.
I did not like it at all. You want to tell me what to do, bitch? That's not going to work. Fine. That's not.
Honestly, I went to the liquor store. I was loaded up, had my movies. I had a good time during the quarantine.
I once dumped a girl because she told me that she liked it.
That she liked it, like, because you were too different.
I was like, that,
we're on different pages here.
This is never gonna work. This ends right here, baby.
I get it. I feel that, because you need to, like, you guys like going out. You go out, you like be out on the scene.
No,
I don't know.
I'm more calm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, I'm an introvert.
Oh, you're younger. You're older now. I get it. You're more mature. I feel that.
Well, it's just I like peaceful.
Me too.
I like it when it's quiet.
Yeah. I never added my input to your how introverts and extroverts work situation. So I wake up early. It's great. I'm chilling. And then once that first text come in, my mood starts declining. Like as people start
my peace.
Yeah, as people start coming to me with their problems, because I'm a broker, so all my agents come in with their problems to solve.
Yeah.
I'm a broker, so all my clients come with their problems to solve. People call me to become their clients because they got problems to solve. In the studio, my footage is fucked up. My shit's blurry. Why isn't this perfect? Why do I hear a jackhammer in the background? I'm like, oh my God. So by the end of the day, I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know?
But the crazy thing though is you have to. That's life.
That's
life.
life.
Solving problem is what you do. Is
Yes.
why you get paid.
Yes.
It's the reason.
The better you are at it, the more they.
Yeah. I make myself feel better by saying, look how important I am. You know.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem the biggest problem you're gonna be able to solve, the more money you're gonna have, the more impact you're gonna have, the more recognized you're gonna be.
Yeah. I solved so many problems. I thought about being a lawyer.
And the crazy thing too is, like, most likely the better you're gonna feel about yourself, because solving problems is make it, and we solve all of these problems for women. It's just
And I'm very big on energies. I'm big on, like, energies getting on you. So when I go to the store or the mall, anywhere that's crowded, I feel myself getting tired. And when I come home, I have to do a full cleanse. Like, I have to wash my hair, brush my teeth, clean my ears. Like, I have to wash all that energy off, and then I feel better.
See, that's funny that you say that, because I feel the same way most of the time when I'm in the crowd. The only place I didn't, that I remember, I just thought about it, is when I was in New York. Because when I told you I understand that New York is wild, there's a lot of people, there's people everywhere. It's crazy what's going on over there.
Yeah.
But I see some people that would love it, because they love the craziness. They love the wildness of the city. They love that there's shit to do everywhere. They love to have, all of this, like, very, very close, very packed together, very condensed. And then you have the other type of person that absolutely hate this.
Yeah.
Right? So they hate New York, and they want to be the furthest away from there. But the crazy thing is, like, I usually don't like crowds.
Yeah.
I don't like to go to the mall. I don't like to go to concert. I
get nervous.
I don't like to be in with so many people. But when I was in New York, for some weird reason, I was kind of energized.
Okay. Because it's like a different... Okay, so I'm assuming why. I'm going to give my assumption why. You tell me if I'm right.
Go ahead.
In Miami, when you go out, there's a lot of people out. They're just kind of there to be there. Like, they're just there. In New York, it's crowded, but no one's there. Like, everyone is in motion. They're going over here. They're going over there. No one's really staying where you are.
Yeah. I think that's part of what it is. And also in New York, there's so many people that, like, literally you don't have to say hello to anyone.
Yeah.
And everybody seems comfortable with this.
Yeah.
and even when you say hello, they look at you, they're like, well, what the fuck do you want?
I hate that. I don't like when I say hello to people because it takes a lot for me to say hello to you sometimes. So if I say hello, hey, how are you? And you don't say anything back, I'm like, bitch. You know, like I take it back. I'm so pissed off. I'm like, I'll hold the door for you and I'll like, you know, like I'm waiting on you to say things.
Personal.
Yeah, like I take things very personal, like
well,
very personal.
Don't take it too personal, but then that's one of the reasons why being in Miami is so cool is because everybody's so nice and everybody's basically saying hello. And then the down part of that is when you're in the crowded place, well, you feel like you're with so many people.
Yeah. Even if I go to someone's house, if they're having a bad day, like, you know, sometimes your friend is down and you go over there to cheer him up, I got to take a shower. I got to wash my hair. I'm like, nope, I got all that negative energy on me. Let's get it off. I don't want it. As soon as I walk in the door, I'm like, I'll be back. Give me 1 second. I'll just full cleanse. Full cleanse. That's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what do you feel... what do you think about the discussion that we've been having? What do you think? I wanted to have your opinion on what I'm trying to do.
I like what you're trying to do. I feel like you're trying to show people who Oliver is.
Yeah, that's one part.
I just don't want you to get lost in trying to just make a podcast. This is about Oliver, not about a podcast.
But that's the thing, though, because
wait, can you go further? What do you mean?
So, because he referenced a lot of podcasts in making this, you know? So, like you said, I wanted to be like Joe Rogan. I wanted to be natural. But I feel like that's because you want to show people the real Oliver.
Sure.
And I feel like it's like it should just be focused around that. You know? So, your guest, I think, should be more hand-selected to the people you feel the most connection with.
Oh, for sure.
You know? So, that's my input.
I agree. Can we actually put up the notes? I wanted to show you something because I actually wrote down the reason why I
you have a mission
to do
statement.
this.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I did that today.
Nice, you did it. You learning.
and I started to ask, like, why can we make it a little bit bigger?
Look at that.
Yeah. So I started with the first thing that I thought, because I like to when I write, I just like to write shit that I think about.
Me too.
And then I see what it is.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think.
Is your phone notes like full of ideas?
Yes,
what does that look
bro.
like?
I have multiple notebooks and planners, and I have 3 notebook apps, and I take notes in my calendar. I have to make a to-do list every day, otherwise I can't do anything.
I told you I'm not
I cannot move until I have a to-do list. I need an itemized list of what I need to do today, and that's like at the start of the day. The first thing I do today is write down what am I doing today, you know?
That's
and
crazy.
then if I have an idea, I have to stop and write it down.
That's crazy. I never used to be to write down anything.
I'm coming out with planners. Buy one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
drop the link for
I will. I'm coming out with planners.
But I never used to write anything. I have everything floating in my head. I know what I'm supposed to do usually in my day-to-day work.
Yeah.
Because I have this conversation with myself. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. But
You're
don't
not
know.
crazy.
But I'm always like kind of talking in my head of what I need to do.
Yeah.
During that, so I never used to think. No, it was the same in school. But the first thing I wrote when I was asking myself why I want to do this is because I'm very curious. And the second thing, I love to think, and I like to see how I react to ideas.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because let's say I say something to you, I say like a fact, or I say like a statement. Well, then you're gonna have either like a neutral, a positive, or a negative reaction to it. Like a first.
It sounds like you're doing this to learn yourself more.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
Curiosity. You want to see how you react to things. You're curious to see yourself in your natural element.
Yeah. I'm very, very.
Did you name
curious.
this? Did you name your show yet?
Yeah, it's the Oliver Effect.
The Oliver Effect. Okay.
Yeah, the Oliver Effect, and that's basically a quest to finding myself.
I just said that. I just said that. Well, you're on the right track. You're on the right track because that's what I get from this. That's what I get from this.
Because I like to
But
joke.
it's like through having, conversations with all these people that you're interested in and like learning what their
And they're all very
perspectives
different
are.
people. So
Yes.
each episode is a very different type of person. And you want to
Yeah.
see how you react to that type of person.
Yeah.
And Whitney's over there to kind of observe and be like, he's a little fucked up. Or he's all right.
No, to
I see what's
guide
going
or,
on
like, to
here.
see,
Like
make
she's
sure
there to
that-
tell you after the show, like, yo, man, you was tripping earlier when you said this. I get it. I see what's going on here.
Well, because the thing is, I'm like a light-hearted idiot.
Mm.
Do you see what I mean? Like I don't. I make so many mistakes. I say
too.
crazy things.
Me too.
But I like to say to say the things because it's funny. We had this argument the other day. I'm like, baby, it's not that hard. When I say nice things, I mean them, and then when I say like some mean shit, I don't mean them. It's very very easy.
I say very mean. Okay, here's a problem with myself. Because you remember I told you I throw friends away. Because like
Yeah, you do.
it's
mention
like
that earlier.
yeah, it's like anybody will do anything to you. So I'm always on edge, and I'm naturally just not close to anybody because my family's not even close. I'm not used to closeness.
Right.
So if I feel like you're trying me or disrespecting me, I'm gonna change my
Your
adjective.
distance.
No, I was gonna say
Bye, Felicia.
I was gonna say, but I feel like it's inappropriate. So
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Hiroshima,
Oh,
but I feel like it's inappropriate.
why?
It was
I don't
kind
know.
of-
It's like
kind of
offense.
fucked
I don't know
up.
how
don't
people from Japan feel about that.
They're probably fine about it. It happened. They weren't there.
When I feel like you are going against me, it's all bets are off. Like, oh, if I don't stop this now, I don't know what you'll do to me.
I agree.
You'll probably kill me. You'll probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the worst. So after that, I'm like, I'm cutting you off. But if once I cut you off, when I'm cutting you off, I want you to know I'm pissed off. And I want you to know that I'm a very nice
It's not-
person.
Yeah, it's not passive.
But
You're gonna
you need
double
to
it.
know that, you know.
But why do you feel like they need to know?
It's more so for
making
me.
it clear.
It's more so for me.
Why?
Because I was bullied in like elementary school.
Okay.
So after that, it's like, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you defend yourself? You know, you just had to like push them.
Yeah,
Just push them. Just push them back.
But I was bullied too when I was.
Your big ass was bullied.
Oh yeah.
Well, you weren't this big though.
No.
Is that why you got this big?
No. I was okay. So
Not like this big. You look good.
But I'm not.
I feel like successful people are either really in shape or really out of shape.
Well, the really out of shape people, if they make a lot of money, I still have a little bit more problem trusting them.
Okay.
As compared to like someone that's really in shape and is really successful,
Yeah.
because it's hard to be in shape.
It's very hard.
It takes a lot of discipline. It takes every day. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like if you're, because I was fat.
Me too.
Because the thing is, I was bullied. Like when I was younger, because I was not sending for myself.
In the country you like were
Yeah,
born and
yeah,
grew
yeah,
up in,
for
or
sure.
did you switch countries? And
No. It was in the small town that I was living in, and then,
I was from the Virgin Islands, and I came here, and it was like, you're not from here. You don't fit in.
But look, so that's another.
And that's why you were bullied all the time.
Yeah,
I didn't fit in anywhere at that point because when I came here, I adapted. Like they put me in ESOL because English speaking other language because my accent was so thick. So that took my accent away. So when I go back to the Virgin Islands, it's like, you're not from here. You don't fit in.
Yeah.
And then when I come here, it's you're not from here. You don't fit in. So there was nowhere I could go. And in my neighborhood, I was born in Miami, but my mom would make it a point to make sure we lived and I could go to school in like the nicest part of Broward County. So when I go to Miami, it's like, oh, hell no, he's from Broward. When I go to Broward, it's like, something's different about this guy. So it's like you got 4 different variables of you're not from here, and it's like there's 0 people I can connect with. So everyone is like, fuck that guy, you know? So it's like anybody that would make fun
But
of me
is
or
it-
bully me or hit me or take something from me, everyone would be like, yeah, because he's different, you know?
yeah.
So after that,
So
I'm
now
like,
you-
But I think
I don't need none of y'all, you know?
But I think that part of that is your because I don't know what the percentage of the total is going to be, but I believe that the way you react to things is most of the situation.
Yeah.
It's in your head.
100%.
It's in your head. So maybe
I overreact.
Maybe you were bullied. Maybe you were not bullied. Maybe you were bullied a little bit. Maybe they thought they were just making jokes. Who knows? You felt
realistically, it was probably just jokes.
It was probably because kids.
But somebody like pushed me back, took my lunch money. Like I was physically bullied at one point, but after that, it was probably just jokes. But the trauma from being bullied just made me believe
but that's the thing.
it was more bullying.
I was too, and with a little bit of because the thing with bullies is as soon as you stop, as soon as you stand up for yourself, that shit ends. Most of the time,
I learned that.
That shit
like, bro,
ends.
you just gotta say something.
You're
You just
like-
have to say "fuck you." You know, like the littlest thing I had. It was sorry. Go ahead. Say your thought. And then I'm gonna say my thought.
Because the reason why I'm saying this is because guys are always and kids are the meanest.
It's always guys. Yeah.
But guys,
Yeah.
okay, because girls is gonna be different. Girls is gonna be emotional.
My wife has a good analogy here I want to plug in. Boys, we're the 12 box of crayons, the Crayolas. Girls are the 24 box of Crayolas.
Why?
Because we just see things for like what it instantly is. Girls, they're gonna like analyze and think deeper into it and really see like, yeah, but I don't
one
think,
color crayon has multiple colors.
yeah, like you know the
variations,
24 box with the sharpener on the back, and we're just a little 12 pack.
I think I see it in like 4 colors.
You the IHOP, you the little IHOP pack, the kids.
That's why I'm trying to understand, guys.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I get it.
I'm like, yo, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I get it.
But no, so the thing with bullies is as soon as you stand up for yourself, usually that's gonna stop, and then if they don't stop, then maybe
you rarely have to fight.
You have to fight because at some point it needs to end up in the fight because guys are always going to be testing the hierarchy between guys. There's going to be a top guy and there's going to be a bottom guy.
Yeah, but honestly, I've learned that you don't even have to fight. You just have to show that you're willing to fight.
Of course.
And that's all they want.
Because if they're bullies, they're cowards most likely.
Yeah,
because
I learned that.
Because the thing is that most likely they are bullying you because they think that if they're not bullying you, you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a projection.
Yeah. Here's something I learned about myself too. So early years of school grade, like elementary to like early middle, I'm getting bullied. Well, or what I think is bullied. I'm getting bullied, or I'm just getting disrespected.
Yeah.
After I kind of conquered, well, if you just stand up for yourself and say something to them, they leave you alone.
Of course.
After that transition, I tried to be the bully against certain people.
Sometimes the case.
I got my ass beat.
And then you stopped.
Fucked up, okay? And it hit me. Everybody got to get their ass beat at one point in time because it humbles you. It's like,
that can happen.
that's a fight. That's a fight.
Yeah, that's why.
Because I've been in I've been in karate, like I've been in little fights and I would always win. But it's like, it was like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, he beat his ass. Damn, he hit him more times than he hit him. That's crazy. Yeah. But when you get your ass beat, it's like, you can't just be trying people.
Yeah.
You can't just be saying what you want to say about people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I was wrong for that. We're friends now. Like, I'm friends with the guy that beat my ass. Because like I was like, yo, you did it.
But that's the thing. That's the thing with those type of thing with guys, because at the end of the day, you want to know if you respect the guy or if you don't respect the guy. Yeah. Because some guys, and that's what
I apologize. I was like, you know what?
Well, that's good.
I shouldn't have been fucking with you like that.
You were a shithead.
I was a shithead. I was just so glad to be on the other side. Like, you know what? Because right after that, like, I'm trying to talk to girls and they don't like me. I don't fit in nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, hell. I tried to talk to this one girl. She said, you need more bass in your voice because I'm like just getting into high school. So I'm like, what's your name? You need more bass in your voice. I had one girl say, you weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What do you want? I'm a nice guy.
But
I went on my way to be bad. Went on my way.
Okay. But it's not to be bad that they want. They want someone that they can look up to, that can protect them, that could provide. It's basically what they want.
I get that.
They're built for this.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem that way when you're younger.
When you're younger, you're just looking at it as, oh, she likes this guy because he says curse words and he doesn't listen to the teacher and he does this and he fights. But really, it's like, oh, he fights. He will defend you. Oh, he talks back to the teacher, he stands his ground. Like, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than what I'm seeing.
We have to understand that young girls are stupid too.
Everybody's stupid when they're young. we're all just young and dumb, and like
they think they want the bad boys, but no, they just they just think that's the attribute that what they really want has.
Yeah,
that's not it at all.
Yeah, I had it all wrong because I'm like, okay, I'm doing bad shit. No one likes me yet. Hello,
hello.
Yeah, like I had, and then it would be weird. Like it would always be the guys. Like I had this one guy just sit next to me, like, bro, you so ugly, you ugly as fuck. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so it like I'm sitting there listening to me call me ugly for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care, bro. Just let me be ugly, bro. Let me be ugly. Go sit over there. I'll be the ugly guy over here. Go fuck yourself. And then he left me alone. I was like, you just have to say go fuck yourself.
But that guy was probably gay. He was hitting on you.
Maybe.
Maybe
that could have been it.
That could have been.
You know what? Like I get it now. I get it.
You tease girls you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a story about the first girl I liked.
Okay.
And here's how
Here
I
we
got
go.
fucked up. So I'm in elementary school. This is Beacon Hill Elementary. It's a private school.
What year, motherfucker?
Shit. We gonna call this 98. We gonna call this 98. Yeah, we gonna call this 98. So I'm chilling in the playground by myself because that's my thing. I get down by myself, you know. So this boy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, that girl said she like you. You like her?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then he went, "Oh," and he ran. I'm like, "Where he going?" So I see him like, I just see him. I'm on this side of the playground. He's way over there, and he like, and then I just see the girl go like, she took her shirt and went like she's crying. I'm like, what did he say? So
you said
the
you liked
girl
her.
and her homegirl come over to me, and she just crying, and her homegirl cusses me out. I'm like, what's going on here? And after that, I never told another girl I liked her. So now it's middle school, and girls are coming up to me like, "Oh, my homegirl like you." I'm like, you know what? You're right. I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just shooting them away, thinking they're fucking with me. I'm thinking like this is a trap because the last time somebody came up to me and said, "My homegirl like you," I got fucked up.
But
you know,
that's funny. That's funny with all of these defenses.
To this day, I don't know what he said.
Have because maybe those girls really liked you, and then their friends were just like going around and
no. Now that I look back, they did.
They may
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is even in high school. This is high school now. High school is when you're supposed to have your shit together.
No.
Girls are trying to talk to me. And I'm like, yeah, right.
You don't have your shit
Hell
together in
no.
high school.
I just had a nigga tell me I was ugly 10 minutes ago. You ain't fucking me up today. You ain't getting me. So I'm literally just shooting girls away left and right. Like, no, stop fucking with me. You ain't gonna get me. I'm done getting bullied. Fuck you. You know? But meanwhile, like, I don't get my first girlfriend until like late high, like senior year. Like senior year is my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this happened kind of often. Maybe she do like me this time.
Yeah.
And like it went horribly.
But the thing with bullies too is like so the best way to fend off bullies is basically to get better, to be more in shape, to be like a little bit more, you know, like smarter, to like to know like. Because if you can do that paired with being more in shape, and then you're never gonna get fucked with.
Yeah.
Because bullies are always gonna go to the easy target.
Yeah, but honestly,
it's like they did a study with actual like criminals. I think it was in New York or something. The police did. And they did that study, and they asked like the mugger, like, would you mug this person or not?
Yeah.
And then the mugger would always go to the fucking like drunk chick. They would go to the fat guy with like he's like all over himself. They would never go to someone that stands like straight.
Yeah.
And he looks like he looks like he's in shape. He looks healthy. He looks like he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
They're never gonna mug that guy.
Yeah.
Because that might end bad for them.
Yeah.
So they're always gonna go to the guy that's looking super weak, the frail. Not even like, and I'm not saying that if you're frail you're gonna get mugged or if you don't you can't be whatever. But then if you're tired of this, maybe you make some change and you get in better shape.
Yeah.
Because
honestly, that's how I did it.
There's always, you know, like something that's happening. You always have a decision on your life, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't like it, then change it.
Yeah. So in high school here, to graduate, you have to take like a weight training class. So I signed up for weight training thinking I'm about to get jacked on y'all.
How did that go?
So I get there and I'm very weak. You don't know how weak you are until you take weight training, because as you're like 15, 16, you're not signing up for no gym membership. This is my first experience with a barbell. I'm like, they're like, all right, we're going to start you light. We're going to give you 95 pounds or 25 on each side plus the bar. I could not get it up. I'm like, oh, shit. Give me some fives. Give me some fives.
Maybe that's why all of the other guys would call you a bitch.
Not even. That was before this. This was me trying to combat that. So, fucking,
well, it's good because you started.
Yeah, so the guys are like, they just doing it easy. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, how they doing this? They got dads or something? What the fuck's going on here, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's like, I'm trying my best, and I just cannot do it. I'm just a weakling. So it's after high school, after graduation. Mind you, I never got it. I never could figure it out. Honestly, by graduation, I was able to lift the 95 pounds.
But it's good. But then just do 10 push-up every morning.
Yeah, I try to do that. I try to do 100. I try to do,
Just no. Don't try to if you start from nothing to something.
Yeah.
Don't try anything hard.
Okay, I'm gonna take your advice.
Don't try. Just
I like you. I'm gonna take your advice. All right now.
If you want to go to the gym,
right?
If you want to get in better shape and you never go to the gym, just sign up, go there, sign up. Then the next day, go for 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Do whatever.
At least you've done something.
Hang out. No, not even. You don't even have to work out, because at first you need to get into the habit of going to the fucking gym.
Yeah.
That is something that you need to do. It's part of your day. So you need to just start because if you try to go once, you work out for 2 hours, and then you're not going to be able to. You're not going to know what you're doing. Maybe you get a coach. Maybe you don't have the money to get a coach. Maybe you don't want to get a coach. I don't care. But then you work out for 2 hours. Then you go back home. You spend 2 hours. The next day you're dead.
Yeah.
You're fucking dead.
Yeah.
You're gonna be sore for 2 weeks after that. So what's gonna happen is you're not gonna work out for 2 weeks because you're like, I worked out yesterday. I am dead. I'm so sore I can't even walk sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? When you start, like it's painful. Right?
I did CrossFit for a little bit.
Well, that's good.
I fucked up my knees and I stopped.
That's good. But then with CrossFit, you have to be careful with the Olympic lifts.
We had to do so CrossFit is all about timing. So we had to do two squats every minute on a minute. And you got to increase weight. You don't have to increase weight, but I'm increasing weight. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I
try to do too much.
That is ego lifting. That's why you got hurt.
I went down. I did not get back up.
That's exactly.
In fact, I went to the ground. I went all the way down, and there's a weight on me, and crack, knees.
Thank you for proving my point.
Yeah.
You have to start light. You have to start easy. You have to start into the habit of showing up, of starting to work out a little bit. Just do 10 squat, 10 push-up every day for 6 months.
Yeah. Then
after 6 months, it's just going to be part of your day, and it's going to be super easy. Yeah. And maybe you're going to feel like 10 is not enough, so you're going to be 20. You're going to be 25. You can get in great shape without having to lift anything.
So what are you doing? What are you doing now? You said your knees are messed up. So what else are you up?
They're better now. It was like almost a year.
Well, if you have
I didn't have knees. No, they're good now. They're good.
There's this guy to help strengthen the knee, is a knee over toe guy on Instagram.
These knees are back.
No, but
I could Kodak bopping all like.
Watch this guy, because to strengthen the knee, if you have knee problem, knee over toe guys. On Instagram, and it's very, very cool. So specific training program to do that, and it involves a lot of pulling, a lot of backward walking, because that is super good for the tendon around the knee. I don't even know how it works. I'd love to talk to him to explain the shit, but I just maybe next guest. But I just know it works because the reason why I know it works is I seen him. Before he did this, he was fucked, and then he did all of that, and then now he can dunk, he can jump anywhere, and he seems fine. Yeah. Maybe it's fake, maybe it's not, but he seems fine.
I'm not good at any sports.
Well, that's the funny thing, because I stopped being bullies when I started to play football, and I got good at it.
I tried to play flag football. I signed up. I went out there on the field. They said, be at the field this day, this time. I showed up. Yeah. I don't because I went myself, I'm not going to go up to every single person like, hey, I'm here to try out, So I'm just standing on the sideline, waiting on somebody to say, all right, you're up. It never happened. So I'm just standing there, and the whole football practice is over, and I'm like, the fuck?
What did you expect? Didn't know you were coming?
I don't know.
They didn't know you were coming?
They thought I was just there to watch like everybody. So, okay, wait. Here's what I did.
The guys didn't know you were
notice.
Here's what I did. So, because I'm like, oh, I came out here for something, I went to one side of the field and I did a full sprint to the other side of the field. And I'm like,
a little bit.
You wanted to show that you were here for
in my mind, they gonna look like, damn, who is that? Yo, he fast as fuck. Who is that? Because my mom ran track. Yeah, my mom ran track in high school. So like, oh, I'm naturally fast. I'm real fast now. So like, I'm like this. I'm like exaggerating my run. So I'm like, make sure they see you. Practice went on. I'm at Perry Middle School right now.
You see me?
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm like, whoo, and no one looked. No one looked. And I'm like, all right, that's called doing too much.
That's
the lesson I learned that day.
That's doing too much.
It's called doing too much. So how did you get on the team? Like, did you like go talk to somebody? Like, what the fuck? What did you do that I didn't do?
Well, I was in school. I wanted to play football. I got on the team.
I didn't try for the school team because I saw like they had to shower together and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what?
I'm a grower, not a shower, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. We all. That's the thing. We all have small dicks at that age, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know that. I don't know that. All I'm thinking is like, oh shit.
But then
I'm fucking like what? 14. I'm like this is Perry Middle, so I'm fucking like 12, 13. I'm like, oh hell no, they ain't seeing this. Nah, bro. I'm gonna do the outside of the school league. I'm gonna shower when I get home. You feel me?
Oh, you were one of those guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
never understood those guys.
808 tell me it changed. 808 tell me. I ain't know.
But then, so you were the smelly kid.
Who told you that?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I was staying. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course. You didn't shower.
I ain't shower, bro. Fucking elementary, middle. I'm stressed out. I'm not happy. No one likes me. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm just gonna go home.
Maybe.
I would scratch my hair and I would shit in my nails, bro. I was dirty, bro. I was dirty.
Maybe.
I deserve to be bullied, probably.
Of course.
Probably deserve.
Don't you see?
It may be, you know what? I guess it makes you a better person. I got my shit together. Now.
You're doing pretty good now.
Yeah, I got my shit together now.
Don't
but it's
you
all
see?
this is all anti-bullying. Like
that's why bully are arguably great.
Yeah.
Because it's social
Their
feedback.
character building is social fucking feedback. Yes.
It's like, hey man, you stink. Go take a shower.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting. I see shit. You have white shit on your skin everywhere.
Yeah, I was a dirty jit. I'm
Use
not gonna lie
some
to you.
lotion, motherfucker.
I was dirty and ashy. Like, I didn't care. Like, I was just so over it. I would just like, let's just get this day over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just get up and go to class. And now it's like, I got to keep a cologne in my pocket. Like, it's very different. Like, it's so crazy
So
how,
what
like,
was
things
like
change.
that? That's a big turning.
it's
What
a
was your
big
big turning point?
Well, he started to shower at some point, no?
I was like, oh, y'all do like me. Like that. That was my center point.
Well, it worked out. You have a wife, you have
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So you figured something out.
Yeah.
Unless you're forcing her.
I had to get my wife from a whole nother school. Like, she ain't go to school with me or nothing. Like, she don't know none of that. she'll know I was stinking dirty. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna know now.
No, she knows. You know, we talk about this. We talk about our bully situation. You know.
Yeah. Well. But that's what it is. It's social feedback.
Yeah.
It's basically everyone else saying like, hey man, I don't know what you're doing, because I don't know you that well, and I'm not with you all the time. But then clearly there's something you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
So like, please stay away from me.
I wish it was that nice. Yeah.
But you know, like that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
It's like nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And you're trying to go get girls, and they're like, yo.
No, hell no.
You're tripping, bro.
Brother. Nah, brother, you ain't it. You ain't it. So I'm thinking it's like because they bad, but really it's because they took a shower. You feel me? Like they clean. They not stressed out. They probably got a happy home. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many variables to it. You know.
It's of course. But of course maybe you were this way. Were your dad around back then or no?
Nah, he died when I was 7.
Oh, so
yeah. So that honestly, everything was cool from 7 and earlier. But it's like after I turned 7, it was just like, well, what is life? Because I'm growing up in the Virgin Islands. Everything's cool. And after he dies, it's like, all right, we're going to Miami. I'm like, Miami? You know, so
But
I
then you were
get
only
here.
with your mom.
Yeah, only with my mom. Well, at this time, my mom, her sisters, and then like her parents.
Well, so that's the thing with that is so crazy about like raising boys is the mom can raise the boy, but she cannot teach him how to be a man.
There's a ridiculous amount of pressure on little boys.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you had to like. I'm sure you had to deal with it, but there's from like
Because
the time you get to late elementary on, the pressure's on.
Yeah, it's you
Fit in, do it.
You have to because the thing is for boys your value is built. It's not given to you. You're not worth anything.
Yeah,
You have to go get what you need. You have to become better because otherwise you're just gonna be miserable and nobody's gonna like you.
Yeah, so it's another variable. I had my brother very late in life, you know, so I'm an only child. My mom's busy. She's stressed out. So I was that young kid with toys, you know. So I'm now coming into like late elementary school, almost middle school, and I still got my toys. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not throwing them away. This is all I got. I don't have no friends. I don't have nobody talking to me. All I got is my little G.I. Joes and my fucking Hot Wheels, you know. So my first high school friend comes over my house, and he's like, what the fuck? You got toys? Why you got toys? I'm like, you don't? You know what I'm saying? So I was a very late bloomer.
How old were you back then?
I started school early because in the Virgin Islands you can start a little earlier, and I was born in December. So I'm probably, honestly, in middle school, I was probably 11. I'm 11 in middle school.
Okay. And you had toys?
I had toys.
Well, I had toys too. That doesn't say anything.
Yeah, but when you get to Miami Middle School and these kids don't have toys,
What are they doing?
Getting bitches.
At 12?
Yes.
What?
That's why I was bullied. Now you get it. I'm like, how are y'all doing this? With your childhood penis? How are you doing this?
What do you mean at 12? I just started to masturbate at 12.
At 12.
No way.
Oliver.
It doesn't even work.
Oliver, don't put your children in South Florida middle school because they getting them.
Babe, we moving.
That young. I don't know how they doing it. But you hearing the stories about the girls in the bathroom, like, what? How did you, what?
What?
How are you doing that? It's like that.
You're serious?
I'm dead serious. Wow. Middle school. It starts in middle school here. So my mental state is I'm not prepared for this until like high school. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was 15 my first time, and I thought that was early.
Nigga, I graduated. I had already graduated my first time. So
when was it?
I was 17.
With your wife?
No. No, okay, here's how it went. I graduated.
It was at 29.
I had my first ever girlfriend. I had my first girlfriend late junior year. That lasted a month because it's my first time.
How can it be your girlfriend if it lasted a month?
I said, well, you know our girlfriend? She said, yeah.
Can you even qualify?
We had an anniversary. We had a date. What? So that means we had a month anniversary, you know?
Oh, those are the worst. Yeah. You're like, it's not even real.
Yeah, well, that's all I had. That was all I had to go off of at that time. So that shit ain't work out. So I'm like, oh my God, what do I do now? You know? So I'm just like figuring it out. So after that, after I graduated, it was just wild out season. And
what happened then?
I was just like, oh, this is easy. It's not that hard. You know?
To get to
get women to get women to talk to you and get their number. And I'm like, oh. So
no,
I just caught up, and then when I met my wife, I was just like, I'm like, all right, that's enough of that.
It's not that hard. You just need to talk to them a little bit like they're a person. You know,
okay, let's stop here. First of all, you're built like a fucking god, okay? And you gonna tell me it's fucking shut up.
What do you mean I'm built like a
shut up? Okay, for me, the shit was hard, okay? But then when I got my shit together, I started taking a shower and cutting my hair and shit. I was
that
like,
helps.
Oh,
you know, I've gone
like me.
I've gone into I got into the shower train very early because I was doing all of the sports in high school.
You had to. It was like, yo, take a fucking shower. I get it.
I was working out in the middle of the day. I was playing all of the sports. I was playing volleyball. I was playing football. I was playing basketball. I was playing badminton.
Yeah. And
I was on the track team. You know, like so. I was sweaty all the time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You go like play volleyball on your lunch break, and you're 14, and you have to do all of the fucking rest of the day stinking.
That's what I did. I would go to weight training first in the day. I'm like, all right, let's go to class. I'll just change my clothes.
You were going at the gym in jeans and a t-shirt. The same.
Nah, you got your PE clothes. You change in the locker room. You go lift weights, and you change your clothes back, and you go to class. No one took a shower, so I'm like, I'm not gonna be the only one to take a shower because I'm scared. I'm gonna go take a shower, and somebody gonna come pull the shower curtain open and record it.
Was there cell phones back then?
Yeah. I'm not that old. Yeah. I'm in school when cell phones came out.
Well,
know?
yeah, me too. But it was the flip phone, and it was the little thing.
The Motorola Razors.
Yeah,
and the goddamn Kia Sarah strobe.
But I like the other one. It was not a flip phone, but it was the one that you would push back, and then you had the
sidekick.
A sidekick.
Yeah, them bitches had cameras.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then you couldn't see anything on those.
When I was in school, it was that my when I'm in high school, that's the era where like random sex tapes came out. I don't know if you remember the Central High School sex tape. Like it was all these childhood like high school sex tapes. When you look back at it now, it's fucking child pornography. They should be in jail right now. But like I'm just thinking, this is the era of people recording you doing shit you shouldn't be doing. Yeah. So I'm not gonna take a shower and people fucking record me and my fucking shriveled, nervous ice dick is out, you know, like no.
Kids are gonna be kids.
Yeah, well,
you know.
Well,
and then
shit.
of course they had to adapt at living. It must be wild to live to be a kid in high school or whatever. And with the social media that we have now, I'm glad we didn't have. And then I sound so fucking old when I say that, but like,
no, it was just coming out when we were like, this is new.
It is new, and then I sound like everybody else that had the childhood that they had, and it was nice, and then it was the way they were, and probably the kids from now are gonna be like, there's gonna be like some new wild technology when they're a little bit older, and they're gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad we didn't have that shit when I was young. Yeah, you know. Yeah. So it's funny to think about this, but then you know, when I was playing all of those sports, I had to do it. I had to shower at school, but then it was fine because everybody was kind of doing it. Everybody was like there was one ass that was doing like a little bit of hazing or whatever, and then there was one guy that didn't care at all. He was just walking naked, but everybody else was like you know, like making sure you didn't see nobody saw like your business.
Yeah. Okay. So here's
because I got a
very
tiny
different.
dick. So
is this in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. When I'm in middle school,
welcome to South Florida.
Fucking 6th, 7th grade, the guys in in 6th, 7th grade, they're just showing the girls their dicks. Like they're just showing their dicks, bro. They're like, hey, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? and I'm nosy, so like, what you want with Brittany? Like, oh my God. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at some of these fucking middle school dicks. I'm like, yo.
No way.
How the fuck you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, like 11, 10, 11. I'm looking, and I shouldn't be looking, but I'm like,
very
what
different from Canada.
What? I'm like, what Brittany looking at? I'm like, oh shit. Bro, I'm like, I can't compete. There's no way I compete. The shit was fucking, it was wiggly, so I know it's soft. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but,
okay.
But you're black. Don't you have a
yeah, but it gotta, you know, I gotta be in the mood for it to be something to show you. Oh. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm just chilling, you know, put it away. Put it away. You feel me? I'm just chilling.
You could be sneaky about it. You could like give it a wiggle, and then you're like, hey, bitch.
Yeah. That's how it go. That's how it go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like prep yourself up. You gotta like, you know what I'm saying, warm it up before you go out there. You know, so
before you know, if you look yourself, you're gonna shake it a little bit, and then
but you know,
you're gonna be loose.
You ain't trying to do too much. I'm not looking at their perpetual situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, Brittany, what the fuck? Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, this crazy.
Oh, I can't believe you guys did
crazy.
That.
Yeah.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like, I don't know. Granted, I ain't really investigate. They could have been growers too. Yeah. But you know, I ain't.
It wasn't like that at all when I grew up.
Yeah, it's different. Shit. Different out here. The pressure is on.
Because for us, it was a small school too, and all of it was so small that we knew everybody. So like we were kind of nice, you know, small town. High school, we were like 600 for the whole school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not that many.
I think my graduating class was 600.
Wow. Yeah, it's not that many. And then that was nice. And then we kind of grew up together, and it was cool. And You know, but then there was still the hazing. There was still I still think I was bullied in elementary school, and then I kind of grew up. Because I sucked at football when I was younger, and then I started high school. First year I sucked because I was playing defense, and I was a little bitch. I didn't want to tackle. I couldn't tackle. I was afraid. I was weak. All of the above, and then you know I was getting bullied.
Yeah.
So and then I switched position. I started to play receiver because I like to catch the ball, and I was kind of fast. So I played receiver, and then I became good. I became one of the best player on the team. I got a girlfriend. She was hot back then, you know, like and I became, you know, it ended.
Yeah.
Because I started to be good at football, and I started to fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
So
what position did you play?
wide receiver.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, you weren't this big. How much did you weigh at this time?
I was about this big. Yeah, I was playing at 185 to 190.
In high school?
No, not in high school.
I was like 140 in high school.
In high school, I graduated at 155.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
So I was very small, and then first year, because in Quebec we have 5 years of high school.
Yeah.
And then we have another school that we go to. It's called Cégep.
Yeah.
And then you can do either a pre-college program of like 2 years. Supposedly it takes 2 years, but I did it in 3 because I wanted to play football, because you're eligible for 3 years when you play football in Cégep.
Yeah.
Even maybe 4. Maybe I'm mistaken, but maybe 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I played for 3 years, and where I was going with this? Oh yeah. Then I became somewhat good, and I played in college in Ottawa, and that's it. Yeah. But then I was 155 when I graduated high school, and then first year of Cégep, I hit 17 or 18 or something like that. I gained 30 pounds in that year. I was 180 after that year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my mom thought I was doing steroids.
My first time hitting I just hit 180, like having my fucking son. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's wild. Like 30 years of muscle in a year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I played.
And to be a receiver at that, like, are you fast?
At 180, I was kind of fast.
What made you a good receiver? Being fast or being able to push through a fucking person trying to tackle you?
That don't matter. Catch the ball first, and then you can figure out who's tackling you.
Okay, you just you a good catcher.
Yeah, I was good with my
That's
hands.
all that matters. Okay, I see it. You drafted. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team.
but I was never the best. I was a little bit of a bitch too back then as well, and I was entitled. I thought I deserved it because I thought myself that I was so good and whatever, and then I had a problem seizing opportunity when I had it, and then couple of I was inconsistent too.
Yeah, that's important to realize when you being a bitch.
Yeah.
I had moments where I was a bitch.
That's why I have this bracelet. I never take it off.
Does it say stop being a bitch?
It says don't be a little bitch.
Where you get that?
I got it from Grant Cardone.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that's his thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's chapter 6 of the 10X rule.
I got that book. Yeah, that was probably the 3rd book I've ever read. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you should make some shit like that. But in your words.
Yeah.
I buy it.
But yeah. So I was, and then.
There's a tattoo shop a couple doors down.
Huh?
There's a tattoo shop a couple doors down.
Yeah, I don't know if that. Maybe I could get it tattooed. Maybe that could be.
You'll come up with your own like phrase, and then we'll go a couple doors down and get it tattooed.
You have a tattoo?
I got tattoos.
Oh,
you got tattoos?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
Well, this will be your first.
Well, maybe that could be my first. I always wanted to, because I like it, and I think that if I get one, I'm going to want multiples. Yeah. But I've never.
I feel like we could get him to come in here and like do your tattoo while you're podcasting. Like mid episode, he'll just be right there. Just his name's Steven.
While
He's a
you're
couple
talking
doors
with
down.
him, maybe you should talk to him.
Oh
he's
shit! You
like-
interview him while he's tattooing. I'd watch that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I never seen nothing like this. What is this?
Oh, let me
The
think.
fuck?
Let
Look,
me
he's
think
nervous.
about
He's
it.
turning
Let me think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Put him
'Cause,
on the spot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm being
but
a
no,
bitch now.
American school is crazy. Like I remember a time in elementary, I had a friend show me a pistol in class.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, I get that.
How the fuck you get that?
But how do you get this?
How do you? That's not normal, bro.
Because
He's like, hey, look, I got my dad gun. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Then I see his point 100%.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain. Because I did the exact same thing, but not
I
with,
did it
not
too,
with,
kinda,
not
yeah.
with a gun. Not with a gun.
I used to bring knives and shit. Yeah,
Because
that's my thing.
I tried to impress my friend.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the bullying to stop. I wanted to gain a
Yes.
little bit of status.
Yep.
I wanted to be a little bit better, but I didn't know how. So what I did was my dad was keeping in his room. He was keeping some money.
Yeah.
Some cash in his room. Right.
Yeah.
So,
I did that too.
So I stole the cash, bro. I was like, oh, when I found this, I was like, oh, I'm so smart. I saw you're never gonna find out.
Yeah.
But then when you grow a little bit older, you're like,
Yeah.
yo, I left the 20 here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it?
Yeah. No, my mom. I don't know what.
And you have 5 little shit in the house. So
you got 5 siblings?
I got I'm the oldest
What
of
the
5.
fuck? Why we didn't start there? What the- 5 of you? How does that feel?
It's great.
Okay.
It's
good.
great. It sucked for a while because I was the.
Did you feel like you got like lost? Like,
No.
hey, mom, remember me?
He's the
I don't-
oldest.
I was all you had.
I'm the one they like most.
Okay.
I'm the first one. I'm the OG.
Yeah. Okay. That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
They can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I am the only one that was wanted.
Yeah.
So
We gonna cut that out. We gonna cut it out. Dennis, cut that out. We gonna cut that out.
we ain't cutting shit.
He about to have beef
But
with
no.
his siblings, Lord.
But,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
I that's true because
Yeah.
the other ones it was not like it was not planned. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I mean when I say I'm the only one that was wanted. I'm the only one that was planned. And then my mom lost a baby before me. So then they really wanted me.
Yeah.
When they finally were able to get pregnant, and then I came out, and then they had another one 2 years after my brother Ben. It's fine. I had the
Yeah.
best time. I had the best time with him. It's the one of the closest person that I have.
Yeah.
But then that was an accident. Then 2 years after that, my sister was born. That was also something that was not scheduled.
Yeah.
And then my parents were so dumb. They would, I love them to death, but then I cannot see how they were ever together.
I get that.
Like not
The pressure,
even,
the stress, all of that comes into play.
They are so far apart.
Yeah.
Like they don't fit at all.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with small.
I've seen that.
That's the thing with small plays, though. My mom was probably the only girl my dad could fuck
Or talk to. Let's say talk
or
to.
talk to.
Yeah, talk to.
It was and they got married. They got married because they wanted to have sex. They got married at
I
19.
get that. The Lord is watching.
You know?
I get that. That's fair.
We come from a small.
That's fair. You know what? But you got to respect that. You got to respect
course.
that. Like, I'm not trying to just waste your time and
Of
just,
course.
like, so I'm a girl dad and a boy dad. And, like, being a girl dad, you don't want somebody just kind of, like, it really changed the way I, like, see women. You
For
know?
sure. For
Definitely.
sure.
And then being
Yeah.
a boy dad, it's like, it's the rest of the spectrum. It's like, oh, shit, you can't be calling people bitches. Like, you can't be,
you got
like,
yeah. I see your point.
yeah. Like, you'll get there. Like,
Because you have to raise the boy and the girl very differently.
very differently, but they still have to know how to interact with each other. So that's the hard part.
It is hard because it's hard to figure out. Well, first that we're not the same. We don't react to the same thing. We don't think the same way. We don't tick to the same thing. Women are more emotional than men. Men are more logical than women.
Yeah.
On average, that is fine. There's always going to be the spectrum.
What's your culture? I'm sorry, I cut you off, but it
my
hit
culture?
me. Yeah, like you're Canadian.
I'm Canadian. I'm from Quebec.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my family originally is from France. I think they came in the 1650s.
Okay.
And I'm as Canadian as it gets, bro.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well, actually, no, because never felt very, like emotionally tied to Canada. I never really. I always thought I fit more with the U.S.
If you made Canada like your farm area, you would do okay. You would be all right. I'm telling you, it's that many Canadians that want to like come in, and you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you could be the snowbird whisperer. I see it.
Because I kind of feel like if you would just like give green card to Canadian, like just see how much you would get. I think you would get like probably 1/3.
Okay.
Just like, hey, everyone that applies is gonna have a green card.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get 1/3, and then the 2/3 that
I never thought of that. I never thought to think that you would need a green card from Canada.
It's so hard.
Is it hard?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We U.S. don't want you.
Oh, there's a new law you need to know about. There's certain countries that are not allowed to purchase Florida real estate. And if you knowingly sell Florida real estate to someone from one of these countries, you will go to fucking jail.
Yeah. But,
Jail.
But the thing you need to think about regarding this is there's certain country that are not our friends.
Yeah. It's about the agriculture. That balloon, remember the balloon from China?
Yeah.
They were scoping out our agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to see where's our food sources.
Of course.
Why?
Because the thing is if you
Wait, I didn't
own
hear anything about that.
The
That's
balloon?
why? No, I heard about the balloon.
Oh,
but
this
not
was
that
a
that's
board
why.
meeting.
I didn't
I'm on the
hear-
board, so
so it was that
I get the inside scoop.
they wanted to find out
It was where is our farms? Where is our agriculture?
Right.
What are we eating? And
Well,
where
it
is it
may-
coming from?
it makes sense because
Why do they want to know that?
well think about it. So let's say we don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you want to find out where I go get my food?
Yeah. So if they can shut down all of our agriculture, they can shut us down.
What
What are we gonna do?
That's it.
We probably got a couple of weeks of going to the grocery store, but you already know people are gonna freak out.
Dude, it's
People are
not
gonna
gonna
buy
be-
it all.
it's
One
not gonna-
person's gonna buy 80 packs of steaks. You know?
It's not gonna be a couple of weeks. If there's no let's say there's a power outage and there's no power, right?
Mm-hmm.
And within a day and a half, there's probably no more gas. There's probably gonna have gas shortage.
Yeah.
No power. So at some point, probably in the first couple of 4 or 5 days, nothing is going to be left in the grocery stores, in the stores, anything like that.
Yeah.
So if the power doesn't come back on, and then there's no more gas, and then the food is becoming tight, well, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah. So my strategy is, if shit hits the fan, I'm going to the Virgin Islands because it's all I got. Because when I was growing up, I grew up on a farm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to the farm. I already know I can eat that for a little bit.
how
I'll
you
breed
gonna-
some pigs. I'll breed some, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to breed everything. Everybody breeding.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I'm going to survive. Because if they coming for our agriculture, they coming for our farms, our, veggie land, our wetland, all of that is going to come into play. So.
But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with.
Shit. Sorry. Did you see that? Fuck, I don't want to misquote the country, but there's a country dumping radioactive water into the Pacific Ocean. We're the Atlantic, but it's only a matter of time before that radioactive Pacific merges with the Atlantic. We probably got a good couple of weeks to get our seafood in. Japan, yeah. I didn't want to say it and be wrong. Japan, there was a typhoon.
From a power plant.
It was a typhoon, right? Or was it an earthquake? There was a natural disaster in Japan,
Okay.
and a nuclear plant got flooded with water.
Okay.
And as a result, a lot of toxic waste was just flooded into this plant. So they treated it the best they could,
Yeah.
but they can't fix the issues with their nuclear reactor until they get this water out.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
and-
so much water. What do they do with it? It has to go
has
into
to-
the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, earthquake followed by a tsunami in 2011 wrecked the nuclear power plant, destroying its cooling system and causing reactor cores to overheat.
Yes.
And contaminated water within the facility is highly radioactive material.
All this matters. So
I wonder if, because do you remember a couple years ago? I think it was in 2010. The BP.
the oil spill.
Yeah, the Gulf.
This
of
is
Mexico
worse.
Well, yeah, but then what happened with the BP
Shout out to
oil
Don.
spill, if you remember, is they were saying that it would take hundreds of years to get rid of all of the oil that was in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And then because that's because they didn't know they didn't know how, they didn't know what happened.
To this day, there's still trace oil in the ocean.
Yeah, but if you follow what happened, I think it was less than a year or 2 years after, there was this bacteria that developed in the water that was eating the oil in the water. So basically, the ocean regulated itself, kind of.
I could see that. What is that called? Homeostasis?
I don't know.
I went to school to be a paramedic.
I don't know what it's called.
A little bit.
The only thing.
You ever thought about being a paramedic? I can see that.
No.
I can see you as a paramedic.
No, he actually thought about being a lawyer, which was funny because you mentioned that earlier.
I want to go to Harvard Law School. I feel like I never went to college, so they don't got nothing to count against me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like if I study hard and do really good on like my entrance, I think I could get into Harvard.
Shoot your shot.
I don't know.
I'm going.
Well, yeah.
I'm going just for the jacket. You know what I'm saying? The Harvard sweater. That's all I want. But I want to earn it.
You know you can buy those, right?
Yeah, but I want to earn it. I want to say, oh yeah, I go to Harvard.
You want to pay $400,000 for a hoodie?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
My goal is to do so well in life that $400,000 ain't nothing, and they give me an honorary degree from Harvard.
Yeah, well, then.
So I can say Ivy League, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all laughed. I was dirty. I was a little state. But I ended up in Harvard, baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me now.
Yeah, I got a nice studio, but this ain't running 6 figures right now. You know what I'm saying? It might. And not yet. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? I got a real estate career. It's going to close, but it ain't doing 6 figures right now.
Yeah.
But Harvard, I got that. I can have that under my belt, you know?
But
I do everything just good enough.
Is it worth the same as it was, though?
Harvard?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, you know what? On that note, I will say to an older generation, Harvard means a lot more than the generation now. Because I feel like I could talk to my goddaughter. She's 10, and I could ask her about going to Harvard, and I don't think she'll give a fuck. I don't even think she would know what Harvard is.
Yeah. But don't you think it's because universities seem to kind of have lost the reason why they are in business?
Yeah, that's exactly why I want to go to Harvard. So here's my situation. None of my friends graduated from or went to college. Okay, you know what? Let me not tell that lie. I do have a couple of friends that did go to college and graduated from like FIU.
Are they white?
A chunk of them. A chunk of them. A chunk of them. But I got a couple of like, you know, ethnic ones that did go, but like they're still struggling in their own right. You know, like it's still a struggle. Like they went to FIU and they're still back and like trying to figure it out.
Why do you think? What do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's. So I have a friend that went to FIU, graduated, had a 6-figure paying job doing data analyst.
Like right out of college.
I don't know. I just found out he went to college.
Oh, okay.
I did, like my close friend. I did not know he went to college because I was so used to no one going to college. I'm like, college? We don't do that. That's not what we did. What the fuck? Like of all of my friend circle, let's just say I had a friend of 20 friends in high school. 4 of us graduated high school.
That's
like
sad,
we
though.
did not care.
That's
we
sad.
did not care. Yeah, but
Why did
for
you-
me to fit in, I have to be with these people that do not care about high school. So it's like,
But that's why I'm saying it's sad.
it is sad, and that's why you have to really like, if you're gonna have kids, you gotta really like be involved, because
Of course, yeah.
once they get to a certain age, their friends are raising them, not you.
Yeah.
My mom would try to raise me, try to give me advice, try to give me guidance, but I didn't want it because the guidance I got from my friends was like more interesting to me.
There's the other thing also that maybe happen is that maybe if your dad would have told you these kind of advice, maybe you would have listened more.
Yeah, if he
'cause
would
boys-
give me like keys before he died, like definitely it would have meant everything for me. But from my recollection, he was just happy to have a baby and I was just the baby. So all my memories with my dad were like him balancing me on his feet, like him lifting me in the air, him like, you know, like my dad was a smoker, so like he would blow smoke out his nose, like, oh, that's so cool, you know, like it was very like superficial, you know. I don't even know what my dad sounds like. I couldn't tell you. Like if I heard his voice right now, I wouldn't be able to say, oh my God, that's my dad. So it's like, and that's common.
But do you feel like, okay, so
none of my friends all my friends can relate to that, because none of my friends know what their dad sounds like.
Huh.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like in the black community in Miami, at least, I can't speak of other parts of America, it's rare to have a dad. None of my friends have dads, and that's why it's so unique to hear the word dad in my house. It's like they call me daddy, dad. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I never heard this before.
It's sad too, because the incentives are kind of structured the way that way that the dad is not incentivized to stay, and there's also like a lot of weak guys and not very good guys that are not going to take their responsibilities.
It's all in how you deal with confrontation, I feel.
How so?
I have a lot of friends with kids, and if they're not that involved in their kids' life, I kind of distance myself from them, because like I wish I could be in your shoes, because honestly it was a challenge for me to have kids. Like it took me years. Like I wanted kids for years before I actually had kids.
9 months before he goes out.
So well, like, yeah, but fuck no, that's not what I meant. Like from the time I said, you know what, I will have kids, we're talking fucking like at least 3 or 4 years before I actually had kids. So that's 3 or 4 years of actually trying. I'm thinking something's wrong with me.
So
like
something's wrong with
blanks. No, I wasn't. I'm thinking I am. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that deep. Like you don't just decide I want a kid and have a kid. Like it's so much to it. Like,
but for some people, they
just fuck around and have them.
Of course, yeah.
Shit.
You're good.
Some people just fuck around and have kids.
Did you get a blood work?
Yeah, I went and got tested. Like, yo, something's wrong, because I wanted a kid for too long and we haven't had it.
Yeah.
And do you want to like know what?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, so I had 2 different doctors, right?
Yeah.
I had one doctor tell me I had a low sperm count, making me think there's something wrong with me. Like, oh my God, I went to my closest friend. I'm telling him what happened. I'm like super depressed.
Yeah.
And then right after, I'm like, I shouldn't have told him, because I don't trust that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fucking tell everybody. He gonna tell everybody. He gonna live off this shit.
He gonna think I'm a bitch.
Yeah, but then I went to another doctor and I tested again, and he was like, bro, what the fuck? We would send a horse in to get that sample, you know? So my problem was I have a lot of liquid. I have a lot of volume, and the amount per volume
so you shoot
is low
everywhere.
It's a mess.
Oh shit!
It's a mess. It's a mess. But so what the first doctor meant to tell me was
you're
the amount per liter per milli, whatever the fuck the measurement is.
Yeah.
That shit is spread out because it's so much liquid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then in my research, I'm finding out it's people out there that just like, you know, they'll just drop a little like splash. I'm like, that's it. That's all you got. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you need a couple. You need a roll of paper towels. You know. So it took a second doctor to really like tell me like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. Because the first, like, that's when it relates to my real estate career. Because I'm like, okay, it's different based off like giving a fuck and just like showing up to do your job. You know what I'm saying? So the first doctor, he was just there because he was at work. He was like, okay, this shit says low. Your shit is low. The second doctor looked at all the numbers and said, bro, you got how many milliliters? What the fuck? No one gives us that many milliliters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
wait, you fill up 2 jars, bro?
Yeah, he was like, yo, I ain't never seen this much in a cup. I'm like, well, shit. So, but what happened was, like, when it's that much liquid, it spreads out.
Yeah.
So what they're looking at when they're testing your shit is they're just putting 1 drop, and you want to see how much is in that drop. So when you see how much is in that drop,
so it
was a low amount.
Low.
Yeah, but because like I have so much liquid, it's like, bro, like all this liquid's going in one place. You know what I'm saying? So don't let them just tell you got a low count and think shit is like that's it. Like ask what's your volume? Like what's normal? You know, it's so much to it. Shout out to Dr. Christie, bro.
Nice.
You know
Well,
what I'm
do you know
saying?
what it is too? Do you know? So first of all, I've been thinking. I didn't want to cut you because
No, it was important. Yeah, I appreciate
it's
it.
important.
I appreciate it.
So it was burning me. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
finish me.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have to say this.
Yeah.
So you're basically a porn producer.
I could be.
Ideal
I could be.
cast, right? Because you
Yeah.
shoot everywhere.
Bow.
And then everyone
You know?
knows that's the most important part.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the-
that's what we're here for.
It's the
I'm
grand
glad
finale.
you said that because if I watch the shit and it's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh hell nah, this ain't realistic. Because I don't know about you, but on watching the video, it gotta be pretty close to what I look like. You feel me? They gotta be close to me. I gotta pretend it's me. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I can't watch
Well,
this.
I
I can't watch this.
Oh, that's funny too, because I don't care. I just watch them have
Nah,
sex.
I gotta be like, yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't just watch randomness. I can't just watch randomness.
So you like those POV?
Yeah, P.O. Yeah, that's
Oh
me.
yeah, you
I
like,
bought an
you love
Oculus for this shit. Yeah. Because so when I had my daughter, like, we couldn't touch each other, like, because it was like a high risk. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, it took us fucking 3 years to get here. I ain't fucking touching you. I ain't touching you. You know what I'm saying? So I would have got me an Oculus, my brother. Let me tell you something. If this shit'll work out,
Second one is
get you an Oculus. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
What's
So
Oculus? What's this?
what the fuck is an Oculus? It's a virtual reality helmet.
Oh,
But they'll tell you what it do. They'll tell you what it do. That bitch got a web browser, bruh. Hey, that bitch got a web browser, brother. And in the Oculus web browser, you go wherever you want. I showed my wife. I was like, babe, I want you to see what's in here. You know what I'm saying?
Those.
And then she put on my Oculus. She said, "Oh hell no, this is cheating. This is cheating. Nope, nope. This bitch is on me. Nope, we cheating." Yeah, and I got a gay couple set of friends, and they came over. I'm like, bro, try my Oculus. And then they was like, oh shit, yeah, this is it's something for everybody on the Oculus, baby. It's something for everybody on the Oculus. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have you have to have a gay couple in your close friend
It's
list.
important. It's important.
It's important.
They bring the wholesomeness because I go over, I eat like I never ate before. Like Jordan could cook, like bro. He went to Le Cordon Bleu. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Jordan Delval.
I wish I'd be gay sometimes.
I get that. I can see that. Okay, like you want to be able to like just be clean and just like, you know, like well presented and
No, it's just because sometimes women's are difficult.
I get that.
And you know, like it's just easier to hang out with guys.
It's easy to hang out with guys, but you
It
know what I'm
is.
saying? Like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It is,
you
but that's
ain't
what I'm
trying to-
saying. I'd love to be gay. I ain't, but like
You not, but like you like I can see how that's easier. I get what you're
bro,
saying.
I see your point.
I get what you're saying. You look at it and like, you know what? What are you stressed about? Like
Exactly.
what y'all fight over? Like I get it. I get what you're saying.
I see your point, but
Nah,
then
I get what you're
but
saying.
then the thing that the crazy thing about this is one of my best friends is gay, and then
Yeah.
we're probably the most sus when we're together because I'm comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable in what I like and what I don't like, and
Yeah.
I you know like I'm gonna joke, I'm gonna be sus, I'm gonna flirt with you. There's nothing wrong with doing that because it's
Okay.
funny,
Yeah.
right? I see you, I you know,
Yeah.
and I like it.
No, I get
You
that.
know?
I get that. Yeah.
Because if guys don't hit up on you, well, maybe you ugly.
Yeah, no, I get. Okay, let me tell you. This is shit, bro. So, because me and my wife have very close, like a gay couple friends, they're married. We went to their wedding, and all. I was actually supposed to get, what do you call it, ordained? Like when you perform a wedding, like
You were
I was supposed
on the bridesmaid.
No, what the fuck? I was supposed to get ordained, and I was supposed to perform the wedding ceremony for them, like, because I was like, yeah, fuck it, I got you, bro. If that's what you want, let's do. But we ended up just going to the courthouse and doing it. But nonetheless, it's like. I forgot the fucking point here. What was he talking about?
You were talking about.
Well, we were talking about gay couples and
Yeah.
why.
Oh yeah. I remember. Thank you. Thank
got
you,
you.
producer. Thank you, producer. Unnamed producer. So fucking like we would just we just hang out like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just appreciated like their culture, like their way of being. So like when they want to go out, they want to go to Twist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let's go. We out. We out. My
Of
wife
course.
want to go. I'm going. My wife going. Cause in my mind, like I have this big thing about my wife going out to clubs without me. Cause I'm just imagining people grinding on her booty. You feel what I'm
Well,
saying? Like, oh fuck no, you're grinding on my wife booty. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm going where you go.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, because you know, like.
I
why-
call it dick butt.
why would you go? Why would you go to a club if you are happy with the person that you're with at home? Because the only reason why you go to clubs
Be outside.
is be outside, is
Yeah.
to be seen a little bit, is to flirt a little bit here and
Yeah.
there, to kind of see if you still got it or no.
Yeah.
It's to like push the boundary a little bit. Like I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just like I'm seeing it a little bit.
I get that.
And like it's to feel wanted because there's something missing at home.
Yeah,
most
I ain't gonna
likely.
lie to you. I would go out with my homeboys, and you know what I'm saying, like the boys like, hey, let's go to the club. I'm like, all right, let's go. Cause like my first few years of my relationship, my wife is working overnight at a hospital. Like she's not a nurse yet. She's just
must have been
registration.
hard.
It was hard as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm a teenager down there. I'm like 20, 21, and like I'm just not legal to drink.
You met your wife from now when you
I
were
met my
21?
wife at 19. 18
Holy shit.
turning 19. So 17 was
So
a very wild year for me.
So it is almost the first one that took your virginity.
Nah. 17 was a wild year. 17 was a very wild year for me.
17.
Yeah, a lot of people met me at 17.
You're not
But when the most important thing is like when you meet that one person that is like important to you, you have to know when to stop.
Of course.
So that was me. I'm just like, I'm wilding. I'm like doing crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, slinging it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit shouldn't be legal. This is crazy. So, like, you know what I'm
All
saying?
of that juice, bro.
Yeah, so my secret was never lie. My secret was never lie. And that was the biggest winning factor for me.
Absolutely.
It was like, wow, he's telling me he's talking to other girls. That's crazy. And it became a competition. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I met, like, my current wife, it was like, it's kind of not worth pissing her off over somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of I just talk to everybody like, yo, like honestly, I'm talking to somebody. I really like her, you know, and they would get highly offended, but something in me just wouldn't care. I was like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's important, especially I think for guys to know what they want because you have to understand that most women are going to be built on the same frame. Yeah. And then the exterior is going to be different. There's going to be a little bit difference here and there. But then the basic is the basic. Is the basic of a woman is going to be, you know, they're going to be moody sometimes. They're going to be emotional sometimes. They're going to be nurturing. They're all of the great things too. But then they kind of all have this similar basic package. And then you have some that are like more they're more whatever, but then they differ, so, you know, and like every guy's. But then you know you can do a kind of blueprint of a typical guy.
Yeah,
we can do that too.
Yeah,
right. We like sports.
I just got into sports 2 years ago.
Most guys like sports.
Yeah, most
guys like cars. We like fucking buildings. Yeah. You know.
Yeah,
we like when we go somewhere and it takes exactly the time that it was supposed to take. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Every time I'm like I
race the GPS.
Oh yeah, and every time you get there right on time. I did Montreal to Miami.
That's crazy.
In a day and a half.
That's fucking crazy.
Okay, because you know, if you understand why I did it,
I want to know. I'm curious. I'm invested. Why? Why did you do it? When you could have flew on a plane.
Okay, so I wanted to do the drive.
Okay.
So I went to Canada because I had some meetings and I had a golf tournament with the charity I work with.
All right.
And I wanted to have my car because I was gonna stay in Canada.
I'm learning golf
for a couple of weeks. And then when I came back, I was like I didn't see my girlfriend for like 3 weeks. And then I can make this tomorrow night. So I left Monday afternoon. And the GPS said that I could be there Tuesday at 7:30. If I didn't stop, right, because I have an electric car. So if I didn't stop the full ride with the charging and everything, it was, you know, like 7:30.
That's why it took you so fucking long.
I would get there.
Yeah, it's a Tesla.
Yeah.
I rented a Tesla, a Model X, to drive to Orlando. Oh my God. It took twice as long because I had to stop and charge that shit twice. I'm like, yeah. This kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's nice if you drive around the city.
You need two cars. You need a Tesla and a gas car.
Of course. It's very, very nice to do because the long trip, it's not that bad either in the US because there's a lot of charging station. If everything works well, it's the best. If everything if the power shuts down, it's useless. But
yeah, it stressed me out. That shit said it, like when I'm driving to Orlando, it said I tried to be smart. I tried to outsmart it. Like, how it says, all right, stop here, charge for 40 minutes, and then go here and charge for 40 minutes.
No,
I'm like, I ain't got 40 minutes for this shit. 20 minutes. And then it said, all right, don't go past 40 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Don't go past 30 miles per hour. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. I can't even get gas right now. I'm going to be stuck. What I'm going to do? There's no lights right here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm going to die. I got kids in the car. It's just crazy. So,
but you have to, the cars are very, very well made, though, that you have to, they're going to say exactly when to stop, how long to stop it's going to take. And it works very, very well. And then the crazy thing is, like, I was telling myself, well, look, if you feel fine, during the night, if you're not too tired, just keep driving until you're tired. And then I was like, well, I feel fine. I talked to her until I think 11:30 or midnight or something like that. And then I was energized, so I felt stoked. I was like, okay, let's try it out. Let's see. Maybe you sleep a little bit here and there, because I was stopping every 2 hours because it's about 2 hours. The best way to do long distance is about 2 hours. You charge for 15 minutes. You do an hour and a half, 2 hours. You charge for 15, 20 minutes, and then you go from there. It's basically driving with a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to stop pee, fucking every here and there. So it's about the same.
Yeah. I'm the one that got to pee though. I call me crazy. I suck at holding my pee, bro. Every few minutes I'm like, I got to pee.
But that's fine, because you have to stop. So you're gonna drink a bunch of shit. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have snacks. You're gonna have everything. Yeah. So it's wild. Yeah. And then so I felt great. And then I slept twice. For the time to charge, I slept 15, 20 minutes, whatever. And then I drove all day Tuesday, and I got there at 7:30 on the dot of the time that my car was saying from Montreal that I would arrive in at home.
I get that.
And that was wild.
Teslas are cool because they got Netflix and shit.
To the minute.
Yeah.
It was so satisfying.
I can see that.
Oh,
I can see how that's satisfying. Yeah, I get that. Like, it's like, yo, I'm going to be there tomorrow at 2. And then you get there tomorrow at 2.
At 2.
On
not
the dot.
1:59.
Like,
not 2:02.
Yeah, like
you
2.
pull up at 2.
It's like, yo, this car knows something. My shit's smart as fuck. I get that. That's fair.
Yeah, that's
fair.
Wild.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's fair. What can you do? All right, this is good. I like
we've been talking for a while. It was fun. It's
natural.
It is natural.
It's natural. It's the kind Oliver experience. It's the fucking Oliver experience. The Oliver effect. Was it effect or effect? The Oliver effect.
It's so cheesy though. But I like it.
I mean, you could change the fucking name later.
No, but I don't want to, because the thing is, I want. There's the thing with the logo that I decided this weekend. I'm never gonna change the logo because it's the first one I did, and it's the only one that I liked so far. So I'm gonna fuck that. I'm never gonna change the fucking logo.
You're gonna change the logo.
No, you know why?
I assure you're gonna change the logo.
Bet I'm not. You know why?
How do we win? How do I win this bet? How do I win this bet? Like,
it's always on. You always have this over
it's
me.
a forever. Okay, so the day you change the bet, I'm like, gotcha,
gotcha, bitch.
I
knew it.
I knew it.
But the thing is, the reason why I'm never going to change it, and I wrote it down this weekend because I was walking and I was thinking about the whole thing, because I've been thinking about this for a while, and I have my idea. Yeah, it's
that's
bad.
Passion.
It's bad.
Yeah, that's called passion.
And I have my idea of what I want it to feel like, what I want to do, where I see this going, and the reason that I decided not to change is because it's because I don't care. It's the first one that I did. It's the first one that I like. And now forever I'm going to be able to say, bitch, it's the first draft.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
You know?
I get that.
This podcast is very successful. Maybe it's the first one. Maybe it's the top one. Spotify. Maybe Rogan retire at some point. Maybe who knows? Maybe it sucks. I don't know.
Help Me YPN is number 3 Miami real estate podcast that I helped start for the Miami Realtors.
Nice.
Yeah.
But maybe it sucks. Who knows? People are gonna decide.
This episode ain't gonna suck. Say that. Say that.
Well, the only thing I know right now is I feel great. I love this conversation. This was very, very fun.
Yeah.
We talked about a bunch of things that I think a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody. Maybe there's some part of the conversation that most people are gonna relate to. Maybe
Everybody relate to the middle school shrivel dick. Everybody. So that's one thing you got everybody on board for. You know?
Well, and that's the thing. I like how I feel doing it. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find myself on this wild quest that is life because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a bitch. I don't want to do anything. If it would be just for me, I wouldn't do shit all day.
I get that.
And I could be totally fine with that. And then when I'm tired of this, I would change place and still do shit at that place too.
Yeah,
you know,
because
it's like every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like, fuck,
I gotta do this shit. Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, you fucking idiot! Like, fucking go! Like, don't be a bitch today. Like, at least fucking
do it.
Wake up and put 1 foot here. It's not that hard. Like, fucking, you know, like, and then I'm doing stuff, and I'm trying, and hopefully people like it. I don't know.
I like it.
I like it too. That's why I
That's
think,
people.
Yeah,
people like it.
That's people. I guess some people like it so far. So
yeah, that's a fact.
I'm someone. You're someone.
That's a fact. You got some fans.
We
Yeah,
all like it. So people like this fucking show.
Hey, you got some people that like your show. That's crazy. I'm
like
gonna
the
like
show.
it. Everybody, all three of us, let's go like it on Spotify. So you got 3 likes. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's all you need. You do 3 at first, and then it builds up from there. It builds up from there. Hell yeah,
but
yes sir.
I really like to do this so far, and I like how I feel doing it. I like to have the conversation with people that I didn't think we'd have this. I didn't expect anything. I had this you should
show up and hope for the best.
View, and then I'm kind of that's because that's the way I want to feel. That's the way I don't want to have anything prepared. I don't want to have. I have my idea of what I want to ask you, what I want to know, but then we can drift. It's fine. That's why she's so great, and she's here to help to get
and learning like your perspectives and everything that made you who you are, and how that can challenge the way that we view things.
Because the main thing that I wrote that I think that's probably the main thing as to why I'm so passionate about doing this is because I feel I crave for something real.
Okay.
I cannot stand everything that is fake right now. The news, the social media, people. Everything is staged. Everything is like fake. Everybody is trying to impersonate somebody they're not. Like, can we just fucking
call me crazy? If a realtor looked too successful, they kind of piss me off. I'm like, you hiding something. Wait a minute. I'm in this business. It ain't that easy. What you doing? What you doing I'm not doing? What you hiding?
Well,
you know?
Maybe it's just better than you. Who knows?
That's true. No, sometimes there's people that's better than me.
You were talking about the 2 doctors earlier. The other thing that I want to say is probably got the number 4 and number 38 on the class.
That's a fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
Some people suck.
Some people suck. And some people just got it. Some people just got it. That's
like it's not because you have the degree that you're good.
Yeah. Some people just had to go to school and just had to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people want it to.
Some people had the degree and they passed by 1%. And the other motherfucker, he got 98 all across board.
Yeah.
So like that guy, of course, is gonna be like, well, yo, like you just lot, bro. Like maybe that's the reason why your sperm is low.
Yeah,
and the other one, and then the other one was like so dumb. Oh, the sperm is low. This chart says here sperm is low. You know, it must be low.
Yeah,
you know. So there's gonna be someone that's involved, that likes his job, that's actually trying to be good at it. Yeah. And there's the other one that doesn't care. He's just clocking in, and he's just the fucking guy that we should fire probably.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah, but it was just so crazy. Like I'm looking at my kids, I'm like, wow, I did not think I would be here if I had to just listen to this fucking person. We literally had to do nothing.
I didn't think I'd be
like,
here either.
It was crazy. Yeah, that's a fact. Here you are.
That is
you are.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I had to almost force her to do a trial run with me to kind of try, like, see if we like it, and then we did, and then it was a train wreck, and then she was very uncomfortable, and then I liked it.
I get that. Well, shout out to Whitney. Shout out to Whitney.
Got back home, and I was like, couldn't stand in place. I was like, and then she was uncomfortable, and I was making her more comfortable, and then
you can't force it. Yeah.
I couldn't sleep, and then the next day I was like, I know you're uncomfortable. I see you. You're not. It's this is not exactly it, but I'd love to do this project with you. I'd love to have this. I'd love to have you involved because we work great together, because we're great together, and I have a feeling that we should do this together, because I think we are two sides of a coin. We complement each other very well.
I can see that.
And I told her, like, look, I'd love to have you on board, but if you can't do it, I understand. I need to do this.
You didn't want to put the pressure on her, but you felt the passion. That's important. Thank you, Whitney. Wow, so great.
So, to be a part of it.
Do you see yourself like ever coming on this side of the camera?
Yeah, I think so. We've talked about it a little bit. I could see
baby steps.
But
you just don't rush it. You just when she's ready, she's ready.
But the producer role is so important because just earlier when we pulled up the Vegas thing, the stats, everything that we wanted to look up, I think that adds a lot to the conversation. And
she could have did that shit from right here.
Sure, yeah.
She could have put out her phone and be like, "Look."
Sure.
And I think with certain guests for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I could see myself jumping in and
it could be like one of her
being
friends
a part
as
of
a
it. But
guest.
I think like as he's discovering himself, I'm also doing the same thing and understanding like, okay, maybe I'm not comfortable just yet, but just give me some time and I'll probably be there. And I also love like the technical side, like this. I can geek out. I can be on this side. I can be around cameras. So this is super cool for me too, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it.
Well, shout out to Whitney over there. Y'all can't see her, but she over there. Shout out that girl Whitney. Shout out.
She over there.
Yeah, she over there.
We're both just like really
Y'all gonna see her one day.
Y'all
gonna see my dog Whitney.
It's funny because I told her before we came in here, I was like I need to tell you if it's too much.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me if it's too much.
I like that y'all kind of like keeping yourself
like he definitely was not an artistic type when we first met, and that's all I can talk about now. Is it is
great.
So cool to watch how excited he is to do something, and like how many people want to jump in and like want to be on it, and getting to like learn so much about everything else. But it's just really cool to watch someone's passion like from the beginning.
Yeah, from the start,
and
like from idea to reality. Yeah. That's cool. How long has it been going on? How long y'all been together? Like either of y'all answer. Don't look at each other. Whitney, you answer. Whitney, how long y'all been together?
We started dating December 12th.
That's exciting.
Year,
My birthday December 16th. That's all right. That's a good time. That's a good time to start dating somebody. That's all right.
We were fucking by December 16th.
That's all right. Oh, that's my birthday. Happy birthday. I was in Brickell on my birthday. That's when I had my son. That's when I had my son. Yo, that's when I had my son. So, yeah, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, shout out to the December, all the December relationships out there.
It's great.
Did y'all go to Brickell? Y'all ever been to Brickell together?
Yeah.
We've gone through.
Yeah, we went to Marion that night.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Yeah, Marion is great. It's such a cool place.
If you haven't been and you're
I don't
going
even know what that is. What is that?
It's a wonderful restaurant. This is the French.
Marion.
Yeah. It's a very nice.
Take your wife.
Supper club.
I will. I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, there's a show, but it's like
the bomb. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, very classy. The food is delicious.
Yeah, it was delicious. We saw a midget that was cool.
Oh, cool midget. That's cool.
Yeah. There was we saw a midget that was partying with a bunch of women. They're always.
You know what? We would love to go with you and your wife to Marion if you ever want to go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Let's do it. We haven't been in a while, and then right next door.
What's it called?
Marion. It's right. It's at the same place that as El Tucan.
Never been there either.
So that's another.
I'm just getting into these nice restaurants. Like I just
same.
Have you been to Poppy Steak?
No. No, but
Go to Poppy Steak.
What is this?
Poppy Steak has $1,000
$1,000 steak.
$1,000 steak special. It comes in a briefcase, but it's a miniature party. Like they shut down a restaurant and surround you, and it's a light show. Like it's crazy. Like yo, look up Poppy Steak after this.
It's an experience.
Look up Poppy Steak.
Yeah, it's an experience
on TikTok though. Look it up on TikTok.
It's an experience,
Yeah.
but there's this great Italian restaurant close to here is Casa di Angelo.
Okay,
It's so good.
I'm not. I haven't like the only Italian restaurants I've been to is like fucking Olive Garden and Brio. That's it. Olive Garden and Brio. So I'm excited to try that. What's it called?
No, Casa di Angelo.
Casa di Angelo.
Yeah.
Where is
We're
that?
gonna text you a list.
Yes, text me a list.
Now you're doing
this place is the bomb.
You know what? There's gonna be a list in the description of this video
for sure. Let's
all of
promote,
your
promote
fucking
everybody.
restaurant.
Let's promote everybody for free. Let's
that was also another big thing was
let's
to
give him a shout out.
Yeah, do more shout outs for
It'd
community.
That's another thing that I want to do. And I really want to try to showcase local businesses, local entrepreneurs.
You get to the point where they pay to come on here. The bigger ones. You want to still show support.
Let's just start with support, and then if they want to pay, they tell me, and then we'll figure that out. But
that's it.
Let's just like that's what I did today. This is Elevation.
Oh, look at that. That's around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's they have a lot of gym in Miami, and I actually went to see the owner today. I wanted to promote the gym because I worked out there, and I love the place. It's awesome. It's one of the best gym, and the people there are so cool. It's very a good environment to work out because there's so many big guys. So if you want to improve, you have a lot of it's going to change your perspective on what it could be.
Yeah,
you see what I mean. I wasn't one of the smallest guys over there.
Really?
Yeah.
And now that your knees are better, you guys could go take it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
I got good knees now. Hey, I can squat.
So that was fun, and I went to see the guy. I was like, "Hey man, I want to buy a T-shirt from you. I'm doing this.
I'm big on buying T-shirts.
I want to wear brands.
And I love earth tones.
Yeah, it was
earth tones where it's at.
And then the guy ended up giving it to me, and then that was great. And then
he gave it to you?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, take it."
That's like he paid to be on here. You get in there.
Yeah.
You get in there. Sometimes you just tell people you got a podcast, and it's like, here's fucking money. You know, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's not where I want to go with this, because I want to build connection. I want to be able to kind of promote local business, because I think it's important.
Yeah,
I think it's important. And then maybe they want to buy real estate. Maybe they don't want to buy real estate. But then who cares? Yeah. We can have a good conversation. Yeah. I can ask them how the business is going. We can, because the thing is, I don't care that much about what they do. I want to understand the person, because I want to understand the person, to try to put myself in their shoes, to kind of try to see their point of view. Right, because everybody is like saying, oh, like there's your truth or the truth or whatever. Yeah. It doesn't really work that way, because there's gonna be your truth, it's gonna be your point of view, it's gonna be your narrow, like everything that you know, like your feelings, your emotion, your thought, everything right? Yeah. And then there's gonna be everyone else, and that shit all different.
Very different. Yeah,
it's all different. Yeah, it's like if we were all like, if you take like, I don't know, if you take like 100 person, right? You make them stand in a circle.
Yeah.
So, and then you have everybody facing towards each other, right? So everybody have a different view of the whole thing. So there's your truth, right? And there's the truth that is basically the aggregate of everybody's point of view. But then the fucking problem is, you're never going to find out what happened if we don't talk about what happened.
That's true.
Yeah. Because we got to figure out, look, did I miss anything? Because I saw it from this angle. Did you see it? Did you see some shit else from that angle? What about this one?
I get that. I get that. It's all perspective. It's all like how everyone views the world differently.
It is.
And in that, they all treat situations differently.
Yeah. And you know what else too is like it's normal to think that you have this idea, therefore everybody else must have this idea because you have this idea, and then you're so smart, and then so because you're so smart, everybody else should have this idea, right? But then you're not.
Yeah.
I think that all the time, and I know I'm an idiot.
Okay. All right. I get that though. Like, your way of thinking isn't the best, but you like,
it might not be. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got because the problem is you got to find out, right? If you think your way is the best, well, let's try it out.
My bad habit is I feel like my way of thinking is the best, and if you're not doing it exactly how I would do it, you're doing it wrong.
Of course.
Like, I'll be like, babe,
dude,
how you gonna wash the dishes like that? That's not how you do it. You gotta do it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently they like when you do this for some reason.
Yeah, she like, are they getting washed or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm washing them, and I'm like, well, yeah, but you gotta like wash them and then put them in a dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different right ways of doing things, and just because it's not your way doesn't mean it's wrong. And that's the lesson I'm trying to learn.
But sometimes it is.
Sometimes, most of the time.
No, but then what I'm saying is, you have to find out.
Yeah.
And the thing is, because it's okay if we don't have the same opinion.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
It's okay.
I'll be caring.
Well,
I'm like, you're thinking wrong. You're wrong. Okay, I'm right. This is how you're supposed to see it.
But that's exactly what we want to push.
I see. Yeah.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to understand. When I say I'm on a quest to find myself, I'm not even kidding. I want to understand how I feel, when I'm confronted to the view that you have.
Yeah.
And then if we assume that we're both genuine and we're both trying to fix the problem, and then we're both like doing it the best we can, to the best of our abilities, well, then maybe if I react this way to your point of view, maybe I need to understand a little bit more why I reacted this way and maybe why you acted this way.
Yeah.
Right? And then maybe if I understand that, maybe I can see your point.
Yeah.
Because I can't see your point if I don't understand you.
That's true.
I don't know how that works, because I need to understand who you are to be able to kind of fill your shoes and to be able to kind of feel what is it like to be you? What is it like to see everything from your angle?
I get that. Meanwhile, I jump to conclusions.
Well, that's the thing.
Which is toxic.
It is.
And bad.
Yeah.
So that's why I lose friends so much.
But maybe you're not that
I
much.
just lost a good friend 2 days ago because I jumped to a conclusion and cussed his ass the fuck out.
Well, call him up and then
say you're wrong.
Say you're sorry. Say you're wrong.
I did. But sometimes, like, you say so much, like, there's no coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if we do be friends again, it's kind of like I won't trust him because I know I was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Okay, but then that comes back to what I was saying earlier is this is, again, I think, a projection of you.
Yeah.
Right? That you're projecting your fear that he would do this because you would do this, but maybe he didn't think about doing this.
Right. That's probably true. Yeah.
That's probably true because most of the haters that are going to hate on you, are going to complain or going to critique or whatever, they're projecting their insecurities on what you're doing because they're like, hey man, he must do something wrong. He's doing all of this shit and I'm not doing all of this shit. So like there must be something wrong with that guy because I can't do that.
Yeah, my concern is like anybody will do anything to you. You never know who will do something to you. So if I pissed you off so much and I know I pissed you off so much, sorry's not going to fix it. I could say sorry, but I still feel like you're still going to be pissed off. And if I still think you're pissed off at me, I'm not going to like be with you like in the middle of the fucking ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like you will throw me overboard. You might throw me over because of how I know I tried you. Yeah. I just expect you to throw me overboard because I throw you overboard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but then there's also the situation where like if you admitted where you were wrong, and then maybe if it is meant to, if the friendship was really good in the long run, then you'll also want to fix it, and there's still some room that maybe it can.
I would hope so, but I just having the upbringing I've had and seeing what I've seen, is just hard to.
We're all
comprehend.
Working on things.
Yeah, we're all working on something.
That's the other thing that we kind of need to realize is we're all working on some shit. We all have these problems. We all have these insecurities. We all have, because at the end of the day, we're kind of the same but different. Yeah. But we're kind of the same. So we all have all of these like we're all fucking selfish, and that's fine. Yeah. It's fine because that's why it works, because you do everything kind of be able to, you know, be good with yourself and have like, and you know, you have to be able to, because you learn that if you fix if I fix your problem, then you're gonna want to fix mine. Yeah. My problem is I don't got any money. Do you have any money? Well,
not right now, no.
Working on it.
But like working on it, I'm stacking it. As soon as I get it, it's gone. You know?
It's gonna be I don't have food, I don't have this, I don't have that. So you're gonna try to find out, well, who's got my money? Yeah. And then you're gonna be like, well, what do you need? Maybe I can help.
I don't trust you. Nah, what you gonna poison me? What the fuck you mean you gonna help?
Things we gotta work through.
Oh, so you could tell my wife I'm a bitch and I can't leave my family.
But maybe you are. Maybe you need to hear this.
Yeah, that sometimes you do need to hear you're a bitch so you can get your shit together. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's it. Because as men, and then women are never gonna stand this because we're not the same. But men different. Are going to they're going to relate. And they're going to kind of want to go away from being insecure, and then if you call them out on their shit, well then they're gonna realize that, well, I don't like this, so like let's fucking fix this, and then I can be better because I want him to see me, I want him to respect me, because we want respect, we want to be able to you know, like it sucks to be a man and you know, like don't feel any respect. Like, how can you? But then at the end of the day, you have to respect yourself enough to be like, enough with this shit. I'm doing this and wrong. Because if you think about it, you know what you're doing wrong.
I feel like it's harder to be a man than a woman, like in this world.
It's different.
Just raising both.
It's
I feel like it's less pressure raising my daughter than it is for my son, because he has to know, like, look, this will get you a rape charge. This will get you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much that a little boy is just like thinking about that they have no idea about that can like really fuck you up. You know, so that's
why I think it's so important to have the dad in the house.
Yeah, or definitely. I can see that.
That first, and also we're a bunch of pussies right now. We're offended with everything. We take everything too personally. It's too easy. And then it creates all of the shit that we have. Yeah,
I started reading. I started like audiobooks and shit. So the most impactful one for me was The Way of the Superior Man. Yeah, I got it from Nipsey Hussle. And it just talks about how like to associate with the feminine energy, it's a dance. It's forever. Like you never know what you're going to get. You just got to kind of like flow with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's like, oh shit. Okay, you up here now? Oh shit, you down here? You know what I'm saying? So you just got to kind of like go with it. And then the biggest lesson was the masculine, we all have masculine and feminine energy. Every one of us. It's just a different ratio. The masculine energy responds best to criticism. The feminine energy responds best to praise. Yeah. So that spoke volumes to me. I'm like, oh shit.
Exactly. So if you want a guy to do something, you got to call him out on his shit.
Yeah, like, yo, you're not doing this. You got
to fat shame him, right? Because that's how
I lost weight.
That's how I lost weight. Yeah. That's how my dad was poking me, and then I met this guy who was a great coach. He helped me change like switch my life around, because I was during the pandemic. I ballooned when I stopped playing football. I stopped training, and I continued to eat bad thing. I get it. I was eating McDonald's probably 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah. I was stopping at Subway. I thought it was healthy.
Me too. I love Subway, but I would get the wrong shit.
But the problem is like when you eat so much processed food is you don't even know like how much you eat. Like
plus the cookies.
The thing that I was snacking on was cheese and grapes, and I found out I was eating almost 1,000 calories of cheese for a fucking snack. Yeah. And then no wonder I was gaining weight, and I couldn't manage the thing. But then you need to realize, like, look, it's all you. It's all your fault. You need to change the habit. You need to change the thing that you're doing. Because if you think you're gonna change the result by not changing what you're doing, you're an idiot. Yeah. And then I'm an idiot, and I figured that out. So like
insanity.
Well, it is the definition. I don't even know if that's actually true, but
doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yeah, insanity. But I heard somewhere maybe it wasn't even the definition, but that's what the definition that I had when I grew up. It was the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing expecting a different result.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I lost weight. I eat better now. I like the way I look.
You look good.
It's better.
You look good.
Well,
I wish I
thanks.
looked like that. Shit. Say that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
but the thing is it takes effort. It takes discipline. It's not.
It really does. I have to have cookies daily.
Yeah, but then you.
That's like my comfort.
And there you go. But then
if I go somewhere and they have cookies on the menu, I have to have a cookie. Like I feel weird not getting a cookie.
Okay.
And that's why I'll never be great. Like in a fitness world.
Maybe you value the cookie better than to have the abs, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay. But then you know, like it. That's the thing. That's the thing. Why it's so valued to have abs, because nobody has them.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know that he's not drinking strictly because of the macros. Like
that is true. I'm on a diet right now, and I'm trying to cut weight and
taking it serious.
I'm not drinking. I had a sip. I wanted to taste it, but I was like, oh no, this is
it's
dark.
Good as fuck. Yeah.
Well, it's strong too, and then.
That whole half a bottle is me. We'll say that. that's because I've been out here, you know. Like I can do that. You know, that's my thing. That's my thing.
But then that would have fucked all of my days, and I
get that. Like you worked so hard to get to this point, you would have backtracked yourself.
Exactly.
I get it.
So now I value this better, but I don't mind if you drink. I don't mind know if you choose whatever you're doing,
because you're open-minded.
Well, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be, because
that's what this is all about.
I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah, the Oliver effect. You know, you need a button. I got buttons and shit. You need a button.
Fuck the buttons.
It's good buttons.
Yeah.
Well,
should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I gotta pee, bro.
I've been
holding it.
Like 3.
I've been holding it.
I told
about this on the way.
I told you could stop. Yeah. All right, let's just wrap this up. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Yes. All right. Shout out to Official Bamboo. Okay. Shout out to Brett Barish. Get this. This actually tastes sweet if you mix it with Coke. It tastes like vanilla Coke. If you mix it with water, it just tastes good. So shout out to Bamboo. Shout out to Maybach Music. I got a button.
Maybach Music.
I'm working my way in. I'm working my way in Maybach Music. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross was just here the other day, like 2 weeks ago. He sat right here. You know, so I'm like, that was my dream realized. So after that, I was like, oh, anything is possible. So shout out to Oliver.
Thank you.
Shout out to Whitney. Follow the Oliver effect. Yeah, I want to say the Oliver experience, but it's effect,
because it's the Joe Rogan experience, and
that's where that's
to have something
from.
Similar than him.
Like, see, let go of that. You're doing a great job at just being you.
No, well,
like
that's the thing.
That's the only like relation I see between like this and Joe Rogan. But
that's the thing that I mean when I'm saying I think I understand a little bit what he's doing and why it's so successful.
Yeah.
And I think I'm kind of good at the same set of skills that he has, that he's curious, that he's interested in people, and he wants to talk to a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
And I think I'm somewhat okay at making people comfortable, making people open up to me. Yeah. I like to find out what's going on. I'm amazed at like finding out your point of view.
Yeah. So
that's basically what I'm trying to do, and hopefully it works a little bit like it worked for him.
That's it.
Hopefully.
That's all you could ask for.
But but if it doesn't, I still have a lot of fun. I'm still gonna try to learn a bunch of things, and we'll see what that goes. But the 2,000 episode, if I do 3 a week for
you can do this
for a year. If I do 3 a week nonstop every week, that is 12.8 years.
You cooking?
So that's a long time. So let's see. I got 15 years before I can expect to be where he's at.
Well,
but
I hope you get there. I hope you get higher than that.
Hopefully.
I hope. All right.
Hopefully.
Close it out. Say what you're gonna say.
That's done. Bye.